Beautiful evening in Florence, Kentucky, where tonight game time temperatures are 84 degrees under partly cloudy skies as we look forward to the middle game of the Showdown Series here at UC Health Stadium. It is the Florence Freedom that have now taken the top spot in the Battle of the Bourbon Trail standings by virtue of last night's 4-1 win over these Florence Y'alls. It was a game in which the pitching dominated really on both sides. The Florence Freedom scoring 4 runs, but they didn't get any runs on hits. It was sacrifice flies from Chad Sedio, Logan Wyatt, and Johnny Knight. Another run scoring on a wild pitch. So the Freedom a little bit fortuitous in last night's 4-1 victory, but for the Florence Y'alls, it was 1 run on 2 hits. They struggled all night long as whoever was on the mound was dominating. Hayden Wheeler made the start for the Florence Y'alls. Kenny Pearson came in behind him in relief. On the other side, it was A.J. Clayton and Lars Ligori who tag-teamed their way to 9 brilliant innings of 1-run baseball. And the Freedom with that win, 4-1. Now 21-12 on the season. The Florence Y'alls 21-13, a half game back of the Freedom in the middle game of this Showdown Series. So here's what's at stake as we bring you into the broadcast booth in a moment. Aaron Brody and Paul Fritchner with you, and here we go. The Y'alls, penultimate game of the season. They now trail the Freedom by a half game. If they win, they will be in the top spot headed into the turf tomorrow for the finale. But if the Freedom win tonight, there is champagne on ice waiting in the clubhouse. The Freedom could clinch the top spot, the regular season championship in the Battle of the Bourbon Trail here tonight.
It's great that we're seeing the best 2 teams in the Battle of the Bourbon Trail here this weekend. Fans are treated to very high-quality baseball. As you can see, a lot of fans turning out for this Saturday night affair, and we'll see 2 very good pitchers out on the mound. You mentioned tonight, Aaron, Nick Floyd and Kevin Hahn. Nick Floyd with a spotless 2-0 record on the season. And, you know, when you look at these guys and the pitching that Florence has put out to the mound this year, it's been the bright spot. And now what can they do offensively as the Freedom take the third base dugout, the Y'alls in the first base dugout? This is a fun weekend of baseball, and should be a great Saturday night matchup, post-game concert, fans in the stands, not too hot, not too cold. Should be a great night for baseball.
That it should. Nick Floyd makes the start for the Florence Y'alls. His numbers on the season, impeccable. A 2-0 record, a 1.42 ERA. But you look over at the other side for the Freedom, not much of a drop-off. In fact, a better ERA for the right-hander Kevin Hahn, who does not have a win or a loss this season, but his ERA clocks in at 1.40. These are 2 newcomers who are both getting their first experience here at UC Health Stadium in the Battle of the Bourbon Trail, but 2 guys, Paul, that have made just an incredible impression on Chad Rhodes, Brian White, Dennis Pelfrey, and 2 guys who I would bet my bottom dollar are being paid to play baseball come 2021.
It is, and I think we can expect to see quite a few of these players in affiliated baseball next year. That's been something that we've really prided ourselves on as an organization, and putting those players out on the field and putting together a high-quality summer of baseball here at UC Health Stadium. And now the question is, how does it finish up? 2 games, 1 today, 1 tomorrow, and then potentially 3 games next weekend, but a guaranteed 2-game set, 1 here on Friday night and then 1 down in Lexington.
So we'll take a quick look at tonight's starting lineup, starting with the men who will come to the plate here in the top of the first inning to face the right-hander, Kevin Hahn for the Freedom.
Well, Rodney Tenney will start off at the top of the order. Harrison DeNicola, then Mike Galino, Brandon Pugh, Will Baker, Blaze Spees, Kevin Watley, and Kevin Belsky there in the 7 and 8 spot. Belsky, the designated hitter tonight, batting in the 8 spot, and Mitch Piotnik playing first base in the 9 hole.
Defensive look at the Freedom behind Hahn. In the outfield from left to right, Chad Sedio. E.P. Reese makes his first start in the series, shagging as the captain of the outfield in center. Dudley Taw, like Reese, makes his debut in the series. He'll play right. Double play duo up the middle, Tyler Fitzgerald, the shortstop, Simon Whiteman at second base. Craig Massey will play the hot corner, and Logan Wyatt will be on the other edge of the infield at first. Catching the balls and strikes from Kevin Hahn tonight will be his battery mate, Lucas Owens. It is game 2 of the Showdown Series. Freedom in front 1-0, a win tonight. They're popping champagne bottles. Regular season champs in the Battle of the Bourbon Trail standings, the Florence Y'alls and Nick Floyd, out to make sure tomorrow decides who becomes the champion of the Battle of the Bourbon Trail standings. What a weekend it will be, and we are closing in on first pitch of the middle game right here on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Bill Cunningham, the Great American for the Roar Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Roar at Roar Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Roar Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to roarins.com. Call Alvin Roar. Call the Roar Agency today.
At Gentle Touch Grooming, your pet is treated with care and will look beautiful. Give your dog or cat the spa day they need. Gentle Touch offers spa baths, deluxe spa baths, full haircuts, and nail trimmings. Book an appointment today at 859-283-1373. That's 859-283-1373. Gentle Touch will even offer 10% off just for mentioning this ad. They want to see those waggling tails soon at Gentle Touch Grooming.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the
Showdown Series weekend series here at UC Health Stadium. Aaron Brody and Paul Fritchner with you, and let's take a quick look at tonight's starting lineups for the Freedom, who will come to the plate in the bottom of the first.
Well, Craig Massey leads things off. He's playing third base. Simon Whiteman at second base. He's batting second. Chad Sidio batting third in left field. Logan Wyatt cleaning up. He's at first base. Tyler Fitzgerald batting fifth. He's the shortstop. E.P. Reese batting sixth, the center fielder. Batting seventh, Cesar Trejo, the designated hitter tonight. So both designated hitters in the bottom third of the order. Batting 8th, it's Dudley Tall in right field, and rounding it all off in the 9th hole, it's Lucas Owens behind the plate.
And when we do get to that bottom of the first inning, the Y'alls will showcase a defensive look that sounds like this. From left to right in the outfield, Rodney Tinney, Brandon Pugh, and Blaze Spees. Double play duo up the middle, Kevin Watley at short, Harry DeNicola at second, Will Baker at third base, and Mitch Piotnik making the start at first, with Mike Galino catching the balls and strikes from Nick Floyd. But before we get to the great Nick Floyd in the bottom, we'll remind you again of what Kevin Hahn has put together in his first season here in Florence. No record, no wins, no losses, but an ERA at 1.40. He has been a tremendous find. He's the guy with the Vulcan split that can throw baseballs in the 60s, 70s, and 80s in the same at bat. A very tough adjustment for a hitter, constantly shifting gears and getting hitters on that front foot. As we told you in the pregame show, both these pitchers, Floyd and Hahn, have done nothing but put themselves in a great position to be on the inaugural 2021 Florence Y'alls team, as we expect Frontier League Baseball to be upon us again come next May. Rodney Tinney making his way to the plate, the famed leadoff man for the Florence Y'alls, so we'll cue the Tinney shift. Chad Sedio in from left field to play a second shortstop. Craig Massey from third base will come in to take away the bunt. Logan Wyatt will do the same at the other side of the infield at first, and it's Fitzgerald and Whiteman up the middle. Tinney in the box, ready to roll. Freedom in their pearly home white uniforms. The Florence Y'alls in their Northern Kentucky blues. The staple look. Hahn always from the stretch, ready to the belt, and the game's first pitch. A fastball for a called strike, and it'll be 0-1. We are underway at 6:40 here on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network. Game time temperatures 84 degrees, partly cloudy skies. Another beautiful night for baseball. A bit muggy, but it'll play. Hahn ready for his 0-1 pitch to Tinney. Here it is. Will be just outside for ball one. Back-to-back pitches in which we've seen Tinney shuffling his feet in the box, almost like he's playing slow pitch softball, getting a running start. But has not offered, and is in an even 1-1 count. Roddy closes himself off, and the 1-1 pitch. Looks like the Vulcan split inside for ball two. Sixth appearance for Hahn on the year, fourth start. 19 in the third innings under his belt. The 2-1. That'll cross. Tinney has taken all four and is in a 2-2 count. Having a brief exchange with tonight's home plate umpire, Kerry Lyle, as he steps out of the box. It is Kerry behind the plate calling the balls and strikes. His partner on the bases, Dave Blanchett.
Making a home here at UC Health Stadium.
2-2. That's called strike three. And Tinney down looking for out number one.
Aaron, you can speak a little more to this because you were here last night. I was not, and you can speak to the effect that this weekend series has on both of these teams and how much stock both of these teams are putting into this series. I know both of these teams really care about winning this Battle of the Bourbon Trail, and here in the end, as we've said all along, even though the standings don't matter, it's the best two teams, and it's the two Florence teams playing here as they look to win the regular season title. And Aaron, I think you can speak for both teams to say that they're really invested in this.
No doubt. First pitch to Harry DeNicola, runs inside for ball one. And I'm not sure if you heard about this, but they did draft pitchers for this series. So as you can see, the Freedom pitchers are in the typical visitors bullpen in left, the Y'alls in right. So even the pitchers are not one conglomeration. Good off-speed pitch, gets a swing and a miss from DeNicola. His count evens at 1-1.
I like that. Just adds a little more element of competition.
And that was exactly the thought process behind it. Hahn has the 1-1. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Shifting gears as he always does. and he has pushed DeNicola into the 1-2 count.
And that goes back to the point that I've made all season, Aaron, where the pitcher starts him off with a ball and then comes back for 2 consecutive strikes.
Just 3 earned runs on the season for Hahn, and is now 19 2/3 innings. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, capped, shallow into right field. Coming in for it is Dudley Taw. He'll make the call on the catch. And there are 2 outs.
Not very solid contact there. You could hear it. A hollow sounding contact made to right field.
Just a routine play for the right fielder coming in. So now Mike Galino will try to extend the inning for the Y'alls. The Y'alls with just 1 run on 2 hits last night left 8 more men on base. That bugaboo of leaving guys in scoring position continued on a night they could only manufacture 1 run. Fastball will start Galino behind in the count, 0-1. Right there. Hahn takes the breath and delivers the 0-1. Rolled over to third base. A fair ball. Scooped up by Massey. Long throw. Pulls Wyatt up, but his toe stays on the corner of the bag. And that is a quick 1-2-3 inning of work for Kevin Hahn. Now we'll get our first looks at Nick Floyd as the Freedom come to the plate in the bottom of the first. You're listening to Florence Freedom Baseball on the Freedom Broadcasting Network. Who did the Florence Freedom turn to when it was time to upgrade their scoreboard? Atlantic Sign Company. Through their branding expertise, innovation, and passion, Atlantic Sign Company will help you identify your business to your customers in a way that will exceed your expectations. From concept to the completion, their team will be with you every step of the way. Your sign represents you, your company, and your brand. So go where the Florence Freedom went for their scoreboard. Atlantic Sign Company.
Have you ever wondered what heaven tastes like? Today at the ballpark, we are giving you the opportunity to do just that. To delight your taste buds, we present Curd Town deep-fried cheese curds. These golden crispy morsels, with their gooey cheesy center, are the tasty treat that have all of the angels singing. After trying our delicious cheese curds, we can't promise you a halo, but we do guarantee a joyful stomach and a cheesy smile.
Today's game is sponsored in part by Clark Dietrich Building Systems, a military-friendly employer. Clark Dietrich offers a comprehensive lineup of steel construction products and services across the United States and abroad. Using cold-formed steel, we manufacture innovative products for interior framing and finishing, exterior framing, floor and roof framing, as well as clips, connectors, metal lath, barrier mesh, and accessories. For more information, visit our website at www.clarkdietrich.com.
Kevin Hahn faced the minimum in a quick moving top half of the first, so here come the Florence Freedom, bottom 1 in a scoreless game at UC Health Stadium. Aaron Brody and Paul Fritchner with you as Nick Floyd takes a look at Craig Massey, Simon Whiteman, and Chad Sedio, the do-up trio of Freedom hitters. In his first inning of work tonight, Floyd another special season. 25 1/3 innings under his belt. This is his 8th appearance, 6th start. Records 2-0, ERA 1.42. 4 earned runs. 25 1/3 innings. And the Y'alls need him tonight. They want to win this Battle of the Bourbon Trail regular season championship, and for the Y'alls, it will require winning out here in this weekend series. Massey in the box. Floyd quickly comes set, takes a deep breath, and his first pitch just off the outer third. Ball 1 to Massey. Craig with 2 more hits in the leadoff spot last night, hitting .457 on the year. The 1-0 pitch at the knees, a called strike. Off speed from Floyd at 79, evens the count. It's only this guy Massey and Chad Sedio who is in the hole that have appeared in all 33 games, now 34 for the Freedom this year. Fastball's on the outside corner, taken for a called strike 2. And Floyd now ahead 1-2.
A ball and 2 consecutive strikes. It really is remarkable how easily these Florence pitchers can dig themselves out of an early hole.
It's a race to 2 strikes. 1-2. A check swing and a foul. We'll do it again. 59 hits on the year for this guy, Massey. 35 of those singles, 15 doubles, 1 triple, and 8 home runs. 32 runs batted in the leadoff spot. This guy could hit anywhere in Dennis Pelfrey's order. The 1-2, a swing and a smash, well foul, and well out of the facility. Rolling somewhere along Freedom Way. As the count stays 1-2. Massey choking up in this 2-strike count. Floyd readies, and the 1-2. Back foot breaking balls, low. And the count will even up.
Massey working a good at-bat here. 6 pitches seen. Making Floyd throw all of his stuff early on.
The 2-2 delivery. Popped up, and this one will get out of play on the third base side. So the good fight continues. As Massey gets that Nick Floyd pitch count up early here in the bottom of the first inning. Floyd spinning the baseball in the throwing hand as he looks in at Mike Galino for the sign. Lowers the hands to the set, and the 2-2. Rolled over to first base, backhand try by Piotnik, he couldn't squeeze it. Now it's bobbled at second by DeNicola, and covering first is Floyd, but this one's not going to be in time.
That's an infield hit.
I agree. Hit it in a perfect spot. Piotnik had the best chance, but he couldn't squeeze it on the backhand. At that point, there was nothing DeNicola could do. He got to it, made a strong throw to Floyd covering, but Massey legged it out. So that'll frustrate Floyd. Along at bat, he made the pitch, got the weak ground ball. But it was just hitting a perfect spot. And now Simon Whiteman to the plate with a man at first and nobody out. Quick look at first base, close play over there, but Massey diving in back just ahead of the tag from Piotnik. Galino will set up out. But Floyd picks to first again, holding Massey on, who is a very dangerous man on the base paths.
And these pitchers know how easy it is for these runners to steal bases, get out to the big lead and take off. Runners so talented here.
First pitch delivered to Whiteman and a strike called on the outside corner. It'll be 0-1. Massey with 26 stolen bases and 31 tries here in 2020. 26 swipe bases leads the club. The 0-1 fouled back to the screen. Floyd now ahead, no balls and 2 strikes on the 2-hole man. Nineteenth game for Simon, who joined for a couple of weeks. We're in the books in this battle of the Bourbon Trail. Hitting .284, an on-base percentage of .419. Tried and true, top of the order hitter. 0-2 pitch, high fly ball into center field. Twisting towards left center, Brandon Pugh underneath, makes the catch. And Simon Whiteman is out number 1 on the F8 to bring up Chad Sedio with Massey still at first.
"11 pitches to get his first out here in the bottom of the first inning. If Floyd wants to keep that pitch count efficient, go as deep into this affair as he can.
First pitch to Sedio. Below the knees, ball 1. Now the 1-0. Down and in. Galeno set up out on that 1-0 pitch. Floyd missed his spot. So now he falls behind 2-0 to a very dangerous hitter. Pitch fouled off and out of play.
Decent sized hole on the right side of the infield with the middle infield pinched up toward second base. Get that inning ending double play. But Cedillo is a good pull hitter. Keep something on the ground through the right side and hit it well enough. Massey might go first at third.
Big lead at first base for Massey. 2-1 pitch. Just in for ball 3. Got to tip your cap to Floyd. He's trying to find the edges. Doesn't want to make any mistakes. Middle in, middle out to this guy.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And that last one looked very close to that inside black. Now the 3-1 pitch. Lifted to center field. Should be a can of corn for Brandon Pugh, who again in left center now camps and makes the catch. Massey one more time will trot back to first base as there are now 2 outs and Logan Wyatt comes to the plate. So this is already very similar to what we saw last night. Hayden Wheeler was so effective over his 5 2/3 innings. He scattered 10 hits and you never would have noticed it. He allowed just 2 runs. A lot of guys got on early in innings as Floyd takes another look at Massey at first. But he always got tough and made the next pitch. We talked about the Y'alls leaving 8 men on base. So did the Freedom in their 4-1 win last night. First pitch to Wyatt. Massey will take off. Galeno's hose is on the shortstop side at second, and Massey will have his 27th stolen base of the season.
A better throw might have got Massey. Wasn't a great jump for Wyatt, but, Logan Wyatt at the plate. Massey stealing second. Wasn't his best jump, and the throw was a little ahead of him. Problem was it was off to the shortstop side, as you said.
For Floyd, he's going to block that out. Focus on the man in the box. He's 1 pitch away from a quiet bottom of the first. The 0-1 to Wyatt. Down and in for ball 1. The result of the pitch that Massey stole on was a strike, so it's 1-1 to Logan Wyatt. Couple of looks at second base. Now the delivery home and a foul ball. Shot towards that Freedom third base dugout. Floyd has pushed Logan Wyatt into the 1-2 count.
Yeah, 19 pitches.
Floyd sets and deals. Up and out. Ball 2. Wyatt produced one of those 4 runs for the Freedom last night. His 7th inning sacrifice fly right behind Chad Cedillo, who did the same thing in that 7th frame. Also had a single as a breaking ball misses down and in. And Wyatt's count now full. Cleanup man was 1 for 3 last night. Floyd steps off ahead of the payoff pitch.
Floyd in no rush, wants to make sure he has the pitch he wants. First base is open. Wyatt, a very dangerous hitter, likes to go to the opposite field.
Pitch on the way. Broken bat, slow rolling ground ball right to Harry DeNicola at second. It'll be a 4-3 putout to retire the side. So a couple of very good pitchers go toe-to-toe in a speedy first. Now on to the second. No score at UC Health Stadium on the Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
Another runner left in scoring position.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
Hey Freedom fans, let's play a game of Did You Know, courtesy of Life Center. Did you know organ and tissue donation is life-saving and life-changing for thousands of people? How about that more than 600 people in greater Cincinnati are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant? You can change someone's life with a simple yes when you go to renew your driver's license or state ID. Say yes and register to be a donor. Visit lifepassidon.org for more information or to register online. Life, pass it on.
Florence Freedom fans, Walt Kelsey here for Kelsey Chevrolet on Route 50 in Lawrenceburg. Proud sponsor of your Florence Freedom. We're just 15 minutes from Florence. Take 275 west to the Lawrenceburg exit. We can handle all your automotive needs. Sales, service, parts, and body shop. We are family owned and operated, and we offer a fresh approach. We'll treat you like family. Find new roads at kelseychev.com.
We are Kelsey Chevrolet, from our family to yours.
Nothing doing after one complete, so on to inning number 2. Brandon Pugh, Will Baker, and Blaze Spies form the do-up trio of Florence Y'alls hitters in a scoreless game at UC Health Stadium. Aaron Brody and Paul Fritchner with you. Kevin Hahn back on the bump. Faced the minimum and tallied 1K in his first inning of work here tonight. First pitch on the way to Pugh. A swing and a line drive. Ripped into left center field. This one's got Reese racing back towards the wall, and it's going to one-hop over the chain link gate out in the deep left center power alley. Brandon Pugh will have a stand-up ground rule double.
See more ground rule doubles here I feel like I've ever seen in my life.
Ball was touched. Almost a straightaway center. If you're looking at the field, that one hopped over at about 11 o'clock. So that gate is set up out there. So now it's Will Baker. First pitch to him. Down and away, skips away, and Pugh will have third base. Wild pitch from Kevin Hahn. Yields a precious 90 feet. Now the Y'alls have the game's first run just 90 feet away. For the first time tonight, they'll be tested to try to manufacture a run. The guy in scoring position.
Tough two-pitch start here to this inning for Kevin Hahn.
Now is 1-0. He's right there. 1-1.
Get one under his belt. Try and work back.
Ground ball to the right side will score the run, as will a fly ball, if deep enough. Nobody out, the 1-1 pitch. Good breaker on the outside corner, and it's 1-2. Pitch on the way. Chasing and fouling to stay alive. An off-speed pitch at 67 from Hahn. Baker was way out in front, but just got a piece to stay alive.
I would say I could hit 67, but I could maybe hit 67 if it's a fastball down the middle from a pitching machine.
Not with all the late drop.
No.
I respect it. The 1-2. Went back to it. It's bounced. Pugh's going to head to home. Sliding in, not in time. Lucas Owens got to it quick. Hahn a little late to the plate. And it's a 1-0 game. Y'all's lead.
Another wild pitch. And that allows Brandon Pugh to come around and score. Just a tough break, and have to wonder if those pitches were designed to go down in the turf and be blocked up by Lucas Owens, or if that's a mistake pitch from Nick Floyd. Now he can reset with nobody on base.
The 2-2 downstairs again. Full count.
They're really trying to go low and away.
Seen a lot of patience at the plate. A lot of hitters working deep counts here in the early goings, facing two very tough right-handed pitchers. 3-2, line drive up the middle and down into center field. Baker will have himself a single. The good inning continues for Brian White's Y'alls. Still nobody out. 2 hits from the first 2 batters, and Pugh's already touched them all.
Using a lot of pitches here too.
Quick conference between the battery mates Owens and Hahn as Blaze Spees makes his way to the dish. First pitch, big swing and a miss. Blaze was early. Righty readies and the 0-1 outside to even the count.
Lexington, the Los Leyendas, and the Lexington Legends wrapping up this weekend, and we should see a very fun 2 out of 3 series next weekend.
Really competitive one. Runner takes off, ball goes through the 5-hole. Baker didn't get the memo. He slides in safely at second and will stay put there. But you already talked about it, Paul. It's the low pitches right now, and Lucas Owens struggling to keep him in front. It's been the story of this 1-run second, and now with more of the same, an additional runner in scoring position for a very hot hitter in Blaze Spees. Spees hitting .310 on the year. 29th game. He's been here for essentially the duration. 2-1. Got in on the hands and is fouled out of play behind home plate. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Looking for that elusive first out.
The 2-2 pitch. Got him swinging. Nearly an Ephus looking changeup. And it did the trick. Spees down on strikes. Second whiff of the night for Kevin Hahn. And now Kevin Watley will make his way to the plate with Baker standing at second and 1 dead.
64 miles an hour. How are you supposed to hit that?
It's what's made Kevin Hahn so tough this year, his ability to come at you 83, 84, and then 64 on the very next pitch in the zone. First pitch to Watley. Outside for ball 1. Hahn staring at second as he offers home and misfires low and away in the left-handed batter's box. 2 balls, no strikes on Watley. Very upright stance for Kevin. Feet close together, front foot slightly closed. Bat pretty much straight up and down. 2-0. Looking for the inside corner, but it's not there.
I don't think anything's there tonight. The
Yeah.
strike zone is non-existent.
Edges are going the way of the batters tonight. Now the 3-0. That's there. Hahn fights back, finds the zone. It's Kevin Belsky waving the bat, waiting on deck. The DH in the 8-hole tonight. Runner takes off for third base. Hot shot back up the box, but Simon Whiteman was playing behind second and was perfectly placed. He'll scoop it up and get it to first in time. Baker is up 90 feet at third base. There are 2 outs as Kevin Belsky tries to come through with 2.
I like that decision to hold Will Baker at third base. Don't be too aggressive, and sometimes with the momentum carrying him around, may try and send him to the plate, but that would have been a close play, and even with Baker's speed, probably would have been out at home. Don't want to make the third out at home.
First pitch to Belsky's down and in. Now the 1-0. On the outside corner, there it is. A ball and a strike. Hahn deals, and it's lifted up and out of play on the third base side. Belsky will check his bat, make sure it didn't break.
From a ball to 2 strikes, this is uncanny. And it speaks volumes of what this pitching staff has done and developed into over the course of this season.
Hahn trying to minimize the damage in the second. The 1-2's down and in. Uh-oh, Will Baker maybe hung out to dry at third base, but Lucas Owens will just get it back to Hahn. Baker himself thought he was going to be in a run down there, but Owens never pulled the trigger. Hahn's got it. Baker back at third base. That's a gift there for Will Baker. Massey is playing back at third, however, that might have entered the equation for why Lucas didn't pull the trigger. The 2-2 got him swinging. Nasty Vulcan split, gets the K. 65 on the gun. The tough adjustment continues as Kevin Hahn tallies strikeout number 3. And we will go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Y'alls on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
BRG is locally owned and operated, so we take pride in our community you choose to call home. With spacious floor plans, neighborhoods that complement your lifestyle, pet-friendly communities, 24-hour emergency maintenance, the amenities are endless. Come home to BRG Apartments. With communities located in Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio, as well as in Northern Kentucky, we have something for everyone. Finding your new home is as easy as BRG.
It's not just a truck. It's a way of life. It's who you are. It's proud, free, wild. It's a brotherhood. The Brotherhood of Tacoma. For over 50 years, Toyota has built the best, most durable, go-anywhere, do-anything trucks money can buy. That's the Toyota Tacoma. A truck that feels like it was built for you, because it is. Built in the USA. Welcome to the Brotherhood. Find out more at your Toyota dealer or buy at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
It's the Y'alls who take the first lead of the game, 1-0. We go to the bottom of the second. Tyler Fitzgerald digging in to face Nick Floyd. Aaron Brody and Paul Fritzner with you from UC Health Stadium. Middle game of a weekend series, the Showdown Series, continues on the Y'alls Broadcasting Network as an early strike is pumped. To Tyler Fitzgerald, count will be 0-1. Floyd facing 1 over the minimum in his first inning of work. Now his 0-1 pitch at the knees and a called strike 2. Off speed at 75, right on the corner. Fitzgerald will step out. Right-hander has the one he wants and the 0-2. Down and away for ball 1. Floyd able to successfully navigate around a Craig Massey leadoff single and a stolen base, retiring the next 3 men he faced in order. F8, F8, 4-3. The 1-2 to Fitzgerald. Up and out. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Another great Saturday night crowd here. Wasn't sure what to expect with college football coming back into the equation, but great crowd.
2-2, fouled back to the backstop. They want to be a part of another Rockin Saturday here at UC Health Stadium. Post-game concert will start on the loud and clear sound stage pretty much directly after that third and final out, in either the top of the 9th or the bottom of the 9th here tonight, or the 10th. Never know. 2-2. Swinging a line drive, leaping try for DeNicola, but he couldn't glove it. It's off the glove and rolling towards the gap. Fitzgerald's on his horse to second base. The relay's not going to be in time. It's a hustle sliding double for Tyler Fitzgerald, and a good start for the Freedom as they look to immediately do a little something about that 1-run deficit here in the bottom of the second.
I've praised Blaze Spee's arm in right field. Not much of a chance there, though, with throwing off of his back foot. Momentum carrying him away from the baseball. And the speed of Fitzgerald mixed into the equation.
First pitch to E.P. Reese. He got under it and popped it up. First base side of the infield, it's in foul ground. Mitch Piotnik staring up, makes the catch. EP retired on 1 pitch for out number 1 and hands the bat to Cesar Trejo with the runner still at second. Trejo getting to DH tonight. First pitch to him. Looked to be right down the middle, must have been up. It's 1-0.
Your guess is as good as mine. Up, down, sideways, who knows?
Now the 1-0. That's there. Breaking ball at 75, right at the knees for a called strike 1. Quiet night for Trejo last night in the 6 hole. It was 0 for 4. 3 flyouts to right field and a strikeout. Very atypical night for this guy, the 1-1 pitch down and in. I think it says a lot about these Freedom hitters when they have an 0 for night, and the comments from the broadcaster the next day. Very atypical night. Trejo, one of those guys who has been putting on a show offensively. Here's a swing, high fly ball, well struck, deep left field. Rodney Tinney back at the track, and this one's away gone. A 2-run shot for Cesar Trejo, and the Freedom will jump in front, 2-1.
I was going to remark before the at-bat, and hindsight is 20/20, coulda, shoulda, woulda. But as I was entering him into the scorecard here on the phone, one of his previous hits this year was a towering home run to left field that popped up on the screen as I typed him in, and he hit that one to almost the exact same place.
4th homer of the year for Trejo. His 20th and 21st RBIs. Now it's Dudley Taw who shows bunt, pulls back, and jumps out of the way of an inside pitch from Floyd. The 1-0, who will lay down the bunt. Third base side, Baker charges in, gloves, and fires in time. Nice play, hustling in Will Baker, throwing on the run and across his body. Out number 2 is a 5-3 putout and brings up Lucas Owens, the 9-hole man, to try to keep the inning alive. Owens started to go, but didn't go far enough. It's 1-0 as this pitch misses in. Pitch on the way. A late swing. Floyd threw the fastball by him at 86. Pitch. Fouled off. Owens showing more fight. It does fall behind 1-2. So it was 1 run for the Y'alls in this second. Brandon Pugh doubling and taking third and home on wild pitches. But the lead was short-lived. 2 for the Freedom on the Trejo blast. As the home team in front by 1. The 1-2 pitch. Popped up. Shallow in left field. Some carry now. Tinney, medium depth in left, makes the play, and that will retire the side. We go to the 3rd inning. Freedom in front, 2-1 on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
Substation 2 has been bringing Florence the freshest food at the lowest prices since 1981. You've tried the rest, now come taste the best fresh sliced sub sandwiches anywhere. Substation 2 was voted the best sub sandwich in Northern Kentucky by Northern Kentucky Magazine in 2016. Let Substation cater your next event. Give us a call at 859-371-9490 or come visit us at 7905 Dream Street in Florence. Substation 2, quality at a price you can afford.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
On to inning number 3 at UC Health Stadium, and in for the play-by-play, my partner, Paul Frischner.
Thank you, Aaron. It's 9-1-2 due up for the Florence Y'alls here in the top half of this 3rd inning. 2-1, the Freedom lead it. A monster shot of a home run to left field by Cesar Trejo in the bottom half of the 2nd inning. Tyler Fitzgerald scored after he doubled to lead the inning off, and that's where the game stands. 2-1. Brandon Pugh doubled and scored. A couple of wild pitches got him from second to home in the top of the 2nd inning. That was how the Y'alls got on the scoreboard. But now here we go into the top of the 3rd. Kevin Hahn retoes the rubber, having thrown 34 pitches tonight so far, 21 of them for strikes. A very small strike zone that he's had to work with. Pitching out of the stretch from the first base side of the rubber. The righty delivers upstairs 78 miles an hour on the first pitch of this top of the third. It's Mitch Piotnik at the plate batting for the first time tonight. Then the lineup will roll back to the top. Rodney Tenney and DeNicola. The 1-0. There's a fastball of the inner half called for a strike. Oncoming set again. Closed stance for him. The 1-1. Low and inside. Piotnik takes. Rodney Tenney in the on-deck circle. Try and get things going here. 9-1-2. 2-1. Piotnik a home run swing, but he can't make contact with the baseball. Counts even at 2. At third base, Craig Massey playing even with the bag and then creeping in as the pitch is thrown. His toes on the infield turf. Now creeping back a little bit. Playing a little deeper in a 2-2 count. Piotnik swings through strike 3. They'll throw it around the infield, and that is strikeout number 4 for Nick Floyd. Floyd has got that pitch working, and Piotnik went up to chase it. Kevin Hahn, excuse me. Now the Rodney Tenney shift here. 5-man infield. We've seen him bunt for a hit countless times this season. Kevin Hahn out of the stretch. Here comes the infield. And a fly ball to center field. This is going to get over the head of Dudley Taw. A fly ball into center field. Here goes Tenney around second. He's heading for third, and they'll hold him at third. Briefly thought maybe we'd see an inside the park home run, but Tenney beat the shift in a big way. A fly ball to center field, and it's a stand-up triple.
And we'll check in with Dennis Pelfrey, who's mic'd up with us in the Freedom third base dugout. That's the first time Tenney's really beaten the shift with power. We'll see if Pelf has anything to say.
See, it does a few different things for us, too. He can't steal bases, like he can't cause any problems on the bases. Now we just get this guy right here.
They wanted to give up the triple. We can't steal a base now.
Harrison DeNicola takes a pitch. It gets to the backstop, and Tenney scores, and the game is tied.
Well, I guess so much for that. One pitch later, another one gets past Lucas Owens, and Tenney can walk home. As you hear Pelf, that one's not on Lucas.
No shot blocked.
A wild pitch, and now the Y'alls have scored both their runs tonight on pitches that were wild from Kevin Hahn.
Avoidable mistakes for Kevin Hahn. Trying to go down low. Here's a fastball at 81, even the count. Ball and a strike. DeNicola flew out to right field back in the first inning. 2 runs on 3 hits for both teams now. 1-1 pitch. It bounces in the turf. Kevin Hahn has made friends with that infield turf right around the plate. Hahn coming step, the little steps there as he delivers the pitch. And it's again too high. 3-1. DeNicola batting from the left side. A lot of lefties in this lineup. 3 of the first 4 are lefties. And one exception is Galino on deck. Now to the right side. DeNicola trying to go deep to the wall. Oh, what a catch in right field. Dudley Taw reaches up and snares that line drive for out number 2.
And gets the tip of the cap from Kevin Hahn. I don't think that one was going to be high enough to leave the yard, but that was certainly going to be extra bases for DeNicola. Gives the Y'alls a chance to take a lead, and instead, a web gem, a sensational play by the guy who makes his debut in the series in right field tonight. That's how you earn more PT.
A hard-hit line drive that would have been extra bases had it gotten over the head of Dudley Taw, but instead, robbing Harrison DeNicola of a double. It's Mike Galino, the last hope, in the top of the third. 2-2 the score. Y'alls and the Freedom locked up the top half of this third inning. First pitch upstairs, a ball and no strikes to Galino, who grounded out to third to end a 1-2-3 first inning. Those high Red Sox. He waits and takes ball two.
A lot of excitement in this game early for a good crowd tonight. You've seen a big monster homer, some tremendous defensive work, beating a shift for a triple.
Pitch up again, 3 balls and no strikes.
It's always clutch when you have a fun game with a lot of action. On nights you get big crowds. It's how you get another big crowd tomorrow when everything's on the line if the Y'alls win, or still 5:05 first pitch.
3-0, a fastball. Strike one.
The thought behind moving the first pitch time back is to get a better crowd on Sundays, and when you have a game like this, with all the excitement on a Saturday, it's a good way to ensure another good crowd the following day.
Here's Galino, and he grounds to third again. Over for it is Craig Massey, throws, low throw, but dug out. Logan Wyatt makes a nice athletic reach, and that's the third out of the inning. But how about that triple from Rodney Tenney, scores on the wild pitch. We'll go to the bottom of the third, 2-2 on the Florence Freedom. They're the home team tonight, so it's the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network. Have you ever wondered what heaven tastes like? Today at the ballpark, we are giving you the opportunity to do just that. To delight your taste buds, we present Curd Town deep-fried cheese curds. These golden crispy morsels with their gooey cheesy center are the tasty treat that have all of the angels singing. After trying our delicious cheese curds, we can't promise you a halo, but we do guarantee a joyful stomach and a cheesy smile.
Today's game is sponsored in part by Clark Dietrich Building Systems, a military-friendly employer. Clark Dietrich offers a comprehensive lineup of steel construction products and services across the United States and abroad. Using cold-formed steel, we manufacture innovative products for interior framing and finishing, exterior framing, floor and roof framing, as well as clips, connectors, metal lath, barrier mesh, and accessories. For more information, visit our website at www.clarkdietrich.com.
Bill Cunningham, the Great American for the Roar Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Roar at Roar Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Roar Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to roarins.com. Call Alvin Roar. Call the Roar Agency today.
Broadcasting Network. Paul Fritzner and Aaron Brody with you. And it'll be the top of the order for the Florence Freedom in a brand new ball game after the Florence Y'alls tied this game in the top of the third inning. Rodney Tenney with the infield in. 5 infielders facing Rodney Tenney. He tripled to straightaway center field. His speed, all it had to do was get down. And he tripled straight away. Nobody was there, and would have been a routine flyout had the center fielder been positioned correctly, but make him beat you. And for the first time this year with a power swing, he really did. As ball one is delivered to Craig Massey, who singled, got to second, but was left there in the first inning. Nick Floyd at 40 pitches now, 25 of them for strikes. 1-0 pitch, outside, ball two. Craig Massey, the third baseman, so talented, can hit to all fields. 2-0 pitch, inside, 3 balls and no strikes.
Massey's OBP at 547.
That's just an outrageous number, and he'll add to that with a 4-pitch walk to start the third.
Yeah, he's 1 for 1 with that walk, so 2 for 2 in the OBP category. It's almost like a cheat code. Anytime he's up there, you know he's going to be on base. The question is, how does he get there? What base is he standing at? It's been so pivotal in all the big run totals put up by the Freedom this season. He's always right in the thick of it and leading the charge. Back in fourth game here suddenly now. After the quiet first frame on both sides, now each team can't stay off the board. The Freedom get their lead runner on.
And at the dish, it's Simon Whiteman who takes strike one. Now, Aaron, I was talking about how Craig Massey can hit to all field. To look down this lineup, Massey, Sedio, Logan Wyatt likes to go to the opposite field. I was reading an article a couple of years ago about Manny Machado. Article was in The Athletic as a check goes over to first, and was talking about how Machado, when he was growing up, learning how to hit, he didn't have anybody to field his baseballs for him. He had to do it himself. So the way he taught himself how to hit to all fields was he would hit everything to left field, as we see a fly ball to the right side this time. This one is drifting, staying on the field of play, and a catch made by Mitch Piotnik for out number one. But Machado would hit the balls to left field. Then he would go out there and he would pick them up. And he'd go to center field. He'd go out there and he'd pick them up. And he'd go out to right field and he'd go out there and he'd pick them up, because he got tired of having to walk to all different parts of the field to snag the baseballs. So he taught himself when he was younger, well, if I can just hit everything to center field on this bucket, and I can go out there and more easily pick everything up. And that was how he initially taught himself where to hit the baseball.
That's how you know you're destined for greater things in the game of baseball, when you can just say, I'm going to hit it to every baseball to this part of the field, do it. Now this one, do it. Now to right, do it there. That's just incredible.
Chad Sedio at the dish. He pops up to the left side on the second pitch. In foul territory, Will Baker is called off by Kevin Watley for the second out.
Well, Nick Floyd saw Craig Massey reach to lead off the first, and then it was 3 straight outs to escape the jam after Massey stole second. He's trying to do the same thing again here. Walked him to start the third. Now 2 quick ones from Whiteman and Sedio. He's had a good plan to get those 2 hitters following Massey, who were 2 very tough outs. Can he finish the job with Logan Wyatt?
Jack over to first, not in time.
Never really have seen Wyatt get into one of those zones where that you know he's capable of. But he's still a huge threat.
There goes the runner down to second. Massey is in there. My guess is that Watley didn't apply the tag, because that throw beat him by a step. But a stolen base for Massey, and that's number 2 on the evening. Pitch was out for ball 1.
Yeah, it looked like Massey was a little past the shortstop. May have overrun the throw a tad, but Watley did swipe the tag, and if he got him on the leg, there's a chance that the out was recorded, but no replay. And the call is safe.
Wyatt now in a 1-0 count with a runner in scoring position. Broken back grounder back up to Nick Floyd. Catch it underhand to first. 1-3, and that's how the inning ends. An almost identical inning to the first, with Massey reaching and the next 3 going down. Pop out, and ground out. And we will head now to the fourth. 2-2 game on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
At Gentle Touch Grooming, your pet is treated with care and will look beautiful. Give your dog or cat the spa day they need. Gentle Touch offers spa baths, deluxe spa baths, full haircuts, and nail trimmings. Book an appointment today at 859-283-1373. That's 859-283-1373. Gentle Touch will even offer 10% off just for mentioning this ad. They want to see those waggling tails soon at Gentle Touch Grooming. Hey Freedom fans, let's play a game of Did You Know, courtesy of Life Center. Did you know organ and tissue donation is life-saving and life-changing for thousands of people? How about that more than 600 people in greater Cincinnati are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant? You can change someone's life with a simple yes when you go to renew your driver's license or state ID. Say yes and register to be a donor. Visit lifepassidon.org for more information or to register online. Life. Pass it on.
Leading off here in the top of the fourth inning, it's Brandon Pugh. 4, 5, 6 due up. Paul Fritchner, Aaron Brody with you on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network, bringing you 2 more regular season games tonight and tomorrow. First pitch to Pugh, popped up foul to the left side. It'll be Chad Rhodes with you tomorrow on the broadcast as we wrap up the Battle of the Bourbon Trail.
That should be a lot of fun.
Potentially big implications there depending on the outcome of this game. Pugh in an 0-1 count. Fouls this one off too. And Aaron, the Battle of the Bourbon Trail winding down, and if nothing else, at the very least, so great to have baseball this summer, considering everything else that has happened and gone on.
I mean, how lucky have we been to still be able to have a summer spent at the ballpark, broadcasting games, so many people in our industry finding other ways to make money. Their season's canceled. Sad to see it over so soon, but lucky to have gotten the chance.
0-2 bounces to the backstop. Yeah, it's been a great time and really high quality baseball too. It's not like these organizations are just putting teams out onto the field just to say that they had a season, because that could have happened. We could have gone out there and seen these guys just play and, well, we got to make up revenue somewhere, so let's just put the C-plus squad out on the field and try to make something happen, as Brandon Pugh swings through strike 3. That's a strikeout for Kevin Hahn, his 5th strikeout of the night. But it was quite the contrary to that, Aaron. Both of these organizations came together, and while Lexington's records for both of their teams may not be as stellar as the Florence records, you still see a bunch of former major leaguers on those squads, where the Florence teams have been more maybe developmental, younger rosters on these Florence teams. Lexington has trended older and seen a lot of major league guys where the wins may not have come, but still some excitement for the fans down there. So both organizations drawing fans in their own ways, and it's all worked out, giving fans some high quality baseball as we see Will Baker take ball 1. But wrapping up here, just thought that needed to be said, that these organizations really came together, put their heads together, and figured out a way to give baseball fans in Kentucky baseball to watch, and can't say enough about how fun it has been.
And one thing I look forward to asking the brilliant coaching staff in this Battle of the Bourbon Trail on Monday, when I get to make a guest appearance on the game report, is where they think these squads would stand up with Freedom and Y'alls teams in Frontier League seasons, the team that Brian had prepared to play. Of course, the 5 tremendous teams Dennis Pelfrey had over his great run here in Florence. Looking forward to their answers to that, because you look around the diamond at the Freedom and all the affiliated guys, is there a chance that this is maybe the best team in a Freedom uniform we've had here since Dennis Pelfrey's been here starting in 2015? The likelihood is maybe yes.
2-1, up and out, ball 3.
I think that just is one thing that's been really hard, I guess, to try to explain to people in the COVID year who they may have thought, kind of like you, it's going to be a C-plus squad, a pay-to-play model. How good could it be? Well, maybe this is the best team in a Freedom uniform that's ever put it on.
3-1. Fly ball foul down the right field line.
I think this Y'alls team, the way they've come together, I mean, if this was a Frontier League season, seeing the leaps and bounds they've grown, following the leader, Brian White, first year as a manager, is going to take some time to kind of figure out his formula. But the guys have certainly bought in, and now you're seeing this Y'alls team spread their wings. I mean, they're a half game back of this affiliated Layden Freedom team for the top spot in the standings. How good would they be in a Frontier League season? Could this be another team that would rival others in the past?
3-2, low and away on a fastball at 84. And that's a 1-out walk to Will Baker, who's on for the second time tonight after singling in the second inning. But yeah, I agree with you, Aaron. I think that you look at the quality of baseball, and you won't get to see this team play against the likes of the Evansville Otters or the Southern Illinois Miners or any of the other teams in the Frontier League. And for what it's worth, I was really excited. I wasn't going to be here originally in Florence, but I was excited from afar to observe and see as Blaze Spees takes ball one low and in, to text you and talk to you about how the season was going with the merger with the Canadian American Association and how that was all going to go, and the season that was planned with travel to Canada and everything else in the mix, but not to be. And even through all that, able to come together and put a really good squad on the field. One-0 pitch to Spees, line to second. A diving play made by Simon Whiteman. His only play is to first, and that's out number 2. But what a play by Simon Whiteman, ranging over to his left to make the play.
Well, after 4 errors last night, the Freedom have really tightened it up defensively in this game. I mean, sensational play after sensational play. You go back to Dudley Taw in right field. That one from Whiteman. The pitcher's best friend, Kevin Hahn's pitching to contact some here in this 4th inning, but when you got guys like Whiteman and Taw making plays like they are, Massey at third base has been money. In his 5th position he's played this year. Makes it easier to do your job out there, just throwing strikes, not worrying about the Y'alls putting the bat on the ball. You know your guys are going to make the plays. And he does have 5 strikeouts as well, so he's gotten his. It's been a good complimentary effort. Freedom looks sharp tonight.
Here's Kevin Watley in a 2-2 game to try and give the Y'alls the lead. Kevin Hahn starts him 74 miles an hour through the left-handed batter's box. A ball and no strikes, a lot of room on the right side of the infield. Watley can wait. Has that close stance, maybe trying to shoot it over there. 1-0. Fastball out. A lot of times with the infield shifted over to the left, you'd see the pitchers look to go inside, but Kevin Hahn off the outside part of the rubber. First base side. First couple of pitches have been on the outside part of the plate. The 2-0. That one's down the middle, but must have missed low, and it's 3 balls and no strikes. The 2 down here in the top of the 4th. Aaron?
Watley's shift worked wonders last time with Whiteman standing behind second base, almost in shallow center.
Slower fastball crosses the plate for strike 1.
Watley loves to shoot it up the middle, so Whiteman is there to take that away from Kevin Watley. And it was back in the 2nd inning. It looked like Watley had a base hit single. And oh yeah, Whiteman playing behind the bag took it away.
The 3-1. Grounded to first, and another diving play on the right side of the infield. Wyatt over, and the throw is in time. Oh, what a play. What a play. Logan Wyatt to covering Kevin Hahn. Oh, my goodness. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It is 2-2 after some spectacular plays on the Florence Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
Who did the Florence Freedom turn to when it was time to upgrade their scoreboard? Atlantic Sign Company. Through their branding expertise, innovation, and passion, Atlantic Sign Company will help you identify your business to your customers in a way that will exceed your expectations. From concept to the completion, their team will be with you every step of the way. Your sign represents you, your company, and your brand. So go where the Florence Freedom went for their scoreboard. Atlantic Sign Company.
Florence Freedom fans, Walt Kelsey here for Kelsey Chevrolet on Route 50 in Lawrenceburg. Proud sponsor of your Florence Freedom. We're just 15 minutes from Florence. Take 275 west to the Lawrenceburg exit. We can handle all your automotive needs. Sales, service, parts, and body shop. We are family owned and operated, and we offer a fresh approach. We'll treat you like family. Find new roads at kelseychev.com.
We are Kelsey Chevrolet, from our family to yours.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
Fitzgerald, the bottom of the fourth, will lead off. It is 5, 6, and 7, just like it was in the second inning, in which the Florence Freedom scored both of their runs. Tied at 2 on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network. Paul Fritchner, Aaron Brody bringing you the middle game of this three-game set. Swing a foul tip into the glove of Mike Alino, and it's strike one. Nick Floyd still on the mound. That was pitch number 50. 31 for strikes. The 0-1 from Floyd. Fastball out. Can't get the call. Fitzgerald doubled in that second inning. And then Cesar Trejo drove him in with a two-run shot to left. The 1-1. This one lined down the left field line. That'll bounce fair and all the way down into the left field corner. It'll roll all the way to the wall. Rodney Tenney to pick it up, and it's a stand-up double. A leadoff spot for Tyler Fitzgerald, and this game has been exactly identical the first 4 innings.
Yeah, it's nuts, and a good night for Tyler Fitzgerald. A couple of doubles to lead off the second and now the fourth. It was a good omen for the Freedom in that two-run second. He came around to score on the two-run blast from the guy waving the bat in the on-deck circle, Cesar Trejo. But threatening right away to jump back in front for the second time tonight.
E.P. Reese popped out to first. Now pops up over our heads. And foul. No balls and a strike. Bottom of the fourth inning. Go ahead run for the Freedom out on second base. Here's the pitch. Outside at 86. E.P. Reese. Haven't seen him a ton here at UC Health Stadium. The 1-1. Ripped into right center field. This will be on a line. It'll get down in front of Blaze Speeds. He'll turn and throw it in. But scoring standing up is Tyler Fitzgerald. And E.P. Reese breaks the tie with an RBI single to right. It's 3-2 Freedom.
Good swing there from E.P. Hit it on the nose. Good job cutting it off in right center field by Speeds to hold the speedy Reese to the single. But he gets the job done. Pushes the Freedom back in front. Cesar Trejo will get another opportunity to swing the stick with the guy on base in this one-run game.
Trejo already with a home run tonight. Long shot to left. Infield shifts over to the left, and Trejo takes ball one, bouncing through the left-handed batter's box. Freedom at 21-12 with one game remaining, and the Y'alls at 21-13. There's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball out. Waiting on deck is Dudley Tall, who's made a name for himself defensively tonight. (2-0) across the plate for strike one.
Really curious to see where this guy Trejo ends up next year. Will he be back in affiliated baseball? He was formerly in the Mariners organization prior to this season. He was released right before teams were picked for the Battle of the Bourbon Trail. Will he be potentially on that 2021 Florence Y'alls team? He'll be playing pro ball somewhere. I think the sky's the limit for this guy. If Brian White could somehow sequester him for the 2021 roster, that would be a heck of an addition. Makes the game look easy.
The 2-1 coming to Trejo. Went about halfway around, but that's good enough for a swing. Second strike of this at-bat. Bottom of the fourth. Freedom just took the lead. There's still nobody out. Floyd now at 10 pitches in this inning. Trejo waiting in the 2-2. The runner starts to go, but a ground ball to the right side gets through. The infield was shifted and there was nobody there. Ball was hit right to where Harrison DeNicola would normally be playing, but instead it's a seeing eye single.
Hit it where they ain't. It's a great approach there by Trejo. Not one of his patented barrel jobs by any means, but to the perfect spot. Guided it right into right field. With nobody out, Brian White's going to come out and have a quick chat with Nick Floyd to settle him down. As a one-run game is more than manageable, but you worry about the Freedom and their propensity to bat around and hang a sixer on you. They're trying to do that with one run in and two guys on and still nobody outs here.
And already now in the fourth inning, 6 hits for the Freedom. Dudley Tall trying to bunt his way aboard, but Will Baker came charging in and threw to first across his body. Second out of the second inning. A 3-2 Freedom lead in the bottom of the fourth. Mound visit has dissipated. Here's the first pitch to Dudley Tall, and it's on the outer edge for strike one. Only 3 hits for the Y'alls, but they've been efficient, scoring 2 runs off them. Tall waits for the 0-1 pitch. Up and out. Young fans getting a little restless down to our left. That's coming in on the crowd mic. Here's the 1-1. Bounces low. Runner on second is E.P. Reese. On first, it's Cesar Trejo, both on via singles. Reese's single drove in Tyler Fitzgerald. Deep enough to right field to score from second. 2-1 pitch coming to the lefty Dudley Tall. Floyd comes set. Pitch home. Down the middle, strike 2. Tall yet to swing in this at-bat. Tall waiting in the left-handed batter's box. Bat over his head. Now here comes the pitch. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Strike 3.
First strikeout of the night for Nick Floyd. Maybe it's a sign of things to come. He could use another one of those in this spot. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Craig Massey will get an opportunity to come to the plate, barring a double play in this inning. So he'll have to dig deep, come up with at least 2 more quality pitches to minimize the damage here.
Yeah, Lucas Owens is 0 for 1 today. Big bat in the 9 spot. Lefty. Outside. Two men on base with only 1 out. Took Floyd 16 pitches to get that first out. One-0 pitch grounded to the right side on 2 hops. It gets over the glove of Mitch Biotnik and down the right field line. 1 run scores. Going second to third is Cesar Trejo. That's a play that should be made. That's definitely an error on Mitch Biotnik at first. And that's the second run of the inning.
Yeah, I don't know if he just didn't look it in there or what happened, but that really is a dagger for Nick Floyd and this Y'alls team. It's a play that guarantees 1 out. I think Piotnik was thinking about touching first, spinning, and firing to second to get a tag on a potential double play. Likely wouldn't have happened, but with the error, it's still 1 out. Another run scores. It's a 4-2 game, and the great Nick Floyd will step aside with 2 outs to find here in the 4th.
Floyd having thrown 67 pitches and only recording 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning will go into the dugout and we'll call on a new arm. And we'll get that arm and talk all about him after this break on the Florence Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
At Mount St. Joseph University, we inspire students to think beyond the classroom and redraw the bounds of what's possible for their future. Students are prepared for what it takes to succeed in their careers and in life. Nearly 99% of those who earn a degree from the Mount are employed, going to grad school, or volunteering within 6 months of graduating. This reflects the career certainty that comes from an education at the Mount. Connect with us today by visiting msj.edu.
BRG is locally owned and operated, so we take pride in our community you choose to call home. With spacious floor plans, neighborhoods that complement your lifestyle, pet-friendly communities, 24-hour emergency maintenance, the amenities are endless. Come home to BRG Apartments. With communities located in Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio, as well as in northern Kentucky, we have something for everyone. Finding your new home is as easy as BRG.
Substation 2 has been bringing Florence the freshest food at the lowest prices since 1981. You've tried the rest, now come taste the best fresh sliced sub sandwiches anywhere. Substation 2 was voted the best sub sandwich in Northern Kentucky by Northern Kentucky Magazine in 2016. Let Substation cater your next event. Give us a call at 859-371-9490 or come visit us at 7905 Dream Street in Florence. Substation 2, quality at a price you can afford.
Still in the bottom of the 4th inning, and Andrew McDonald is the new pitcher. And this is a pitcher out of the bullpen, Aaron, that we have seen quite frequently.
Yeah, we have. He's really good. Former farmhand in the Cincinnati Reds organization, was pitching for the Dayton Dragons just up Interstate 75 prior to this season. But he inherits a bit of a mess. 1 out, runners on the edges, a 4-2 game, the Freedom in front. And their leadoff man and the feared Craig Massey digging in the box.
Massey has been on both times so far tonight. 1 for 1 with a walk. A 4-2 game. McDonald inherits a ground ball back up the middle, make it 5-2. 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Massey knows right what to do with it. Up the middle, a single, his second of the night. It's 5-2 Freedom.
Ambushing that first pitch fastball. Even at 93, Massey, plenty of bat speed. As you said, just shot it right back up the box into center. That run will be charged to the starter, Nick Floyd, as will Owen should he cross. He stands at second here for Simon Whiteman. Owens would be an unearned run, however, as he reached on the air.
So now it's Simon Whiteman. He takes ball 1 low and away. Very tight strike zone tonight from Kerry Lyle behind the plate. Whiteman 0 for 2. Top of the order, 1 through 4. Only 2 hits from Craig Massey. Otherwise, 0 for 6, 2 through 4. 1-0 pitch, low and out again. Whiteman waiting. Foul ball to the screen. Two balls and a strike from Simon Whiteman. There go the runners. Ground ball back up the middle. Oh no, it goes off McDonald's arm. The throw to first in time. But hopefully McDonald is okay. He deflected that one to Kevin Watley at short. Trainers will go out to have a word, and he very quickly says he's okay.
Well, that's obviously a great sign. He gets the assist on that one. He slapped it over to the shortstop to get the out. Obviously, you never want to see a pitcher throw out the throwing hand, try to stop a barreled up baseball. But he gets the out and he's okay, so it worked out in this instance. Runners now at second and third, but 1 out away from stopping the bleeding here in the 4th.
And he'll have to get through Chad Sedio. 0 for 2. Pop out and a fly out. Sedio pops up. Medium depth center field coming on. Brandon Pugh makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Sedio retired, and McDonald gets the 3rd out of the inning. Head on to the 5th, but the Florence Freedom put up a 3 spot. And now it'll be the Y'alls to dig out of the hole. 5-2 Freedom on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
At Gentle Touch Grooming, your pet is treated with care and will look beautiful. Give your dog or cat the spa day they need. Gentle Touch offers spa baths, deluxe spa baths, full haircuts, and nail trimmings. Book an appointment today at 859-283-1373. That's 859-283-1373. Gentle Touch will even offer 10% off just for mentioning this ad. They want to see those waggling tails soon at Gentle Touch Grooming.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
Freedom Broadcasting Network. Paul Kirchner, Aaron Brody with you in a 5-2 Freedom game. Lead it by 3. The Y'alls come to the plate, 8-9-1. Kevin Belsky, Mitch Piotnik, and Rodney Tenney. Belsky and Mitch Piotnik, the first 2 to bat. Both strikeout victims in their only trip to the plate against Kevin Hahn tonight. Hahn with a 3-run lead, gets a ground out to first on the first pitch of this inning. Easy play for Logan Wyatt. That's out number 1. Mitch Piotnik struck out swinging. Kevin Hahn tonight up to 5 strikeouts. Piotnik, the lefty. He flies this one foul over to the left of us toward the parking lot. 5 runs on 7 hits for the Freedom. 2 runs on 3 hits with an error for the Y'alls. Here comes pitch number 70 from Kevin Hahn. 0-1. Low and in. Ball 1. He's thrown 39 strikes, 31 balls. E.P. Reese in center, just a touch over toward left center field. 1-1. Dives low and under the zone. Piotnik, the first baseman, batting from the left side, waits on the 2-1. Pops up left center field. Chad Sedio waits for the ball, just a couple of steps to his left. An easy catch for the second out. So after the 3 spot in the bottom of the 4th, Kevin Hahn is looking good here early in the top of the 5th.
Yeah, pitching like he's got a lead. We saw him have the good strikeout stuff earlier. Got 5 strikeouts in his first 3 and a third innings. But he'll focus more on batted outs. So he has a 3-run lead, just trying to throw strikes, trusting his defense, who has made web gym after web gym behind him tonight.
So now here is Rodney Tenney, who tripled in the 3rd inning with this 5-man infield. He tripled the straightaway center on a ball that would have been a routine catch for E.P. Reese. But E.P. Reese now playing in left. In right center, Dudley Taw. Chad Sedio coming into the infield. First pitch is low and in. Ball 1. But Tenney shooting that ball to the fence. Beating the shift with power. We've seen him trying to even beat this shift with a bunt, but not so much in that second at-bat tonight.
He thinks he's not going to get it on purpose anyway. You know what I mean? Like, these guys are going to hit him.
The 1-0.
Good boy.
Fastball out.
Gotta love the stubbornness of Dennis Pelfrey. He beats the shift. He burns the shift with a triple his last time up, but his next at bat, Tenney shift back on, daring him to do it again. Nobody on base, why not?
2 balls, no strikes, top of the 5th. 2 down.
Good boy.
Tenney takes strike 1. Don't know what he was looking for there, dancing out of the box.
It's hard for me to put my name on a guy because I'm trying to get him picked up.
You can see home plate umpire Kerry Lyle telling Tenney to step back in.
This is the last week. So for sure double. Just throw it to right to third base. So he tries to show it off. Let's say he overthrows it there. We get to third, maybe even home because, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, not that it happened, but
time taken.
No reason. You're not throwing him out there. Like,
gotta love it.
You're not throwing out our slowest runner on that play right there.
He does not care what people think about how frustrated the opposition is, about how long he takes to get back in there. He's doing him. He's more than willing to wear the eyeballs and the pressure, the hate, to be in control of the at-bat.
2-1.
Good boy.
Outside, ball 3, not missing by very much.
Same pitch is called on us.
Dennis Pelfrey frustrated there, and you can tell.
Is he going to be ready for Guino? In the hole.
3-1. Outside, ball 4.
Pretty good spot. Let's call it on us.
Rodney
Just
Tenney
last
works
inning.
a walk. And that's only the second walk tonight for Kevin Hahn.
Yeah, he's made the Y'alls earn it. Now you got all that speed at first base. Look for Tenney to steal early in the count here with DeNicola.
Is it 3?
Such a good run producer stepping in the box right now. You want Tenney to be at second, maybe even third base with Harry in there.
I think that's it, just 2. But he's been deep counts on a lot of guys.
Harrison DeNicola at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Fielders back to their normal positions after the shift. Tenney starts to go, now stops. The pitch low and in by the shoot tops of DeNicola.
I think I threw a strike right there. Hi, Kev. If it works the way I want it to, it will be Wagner for the 6th, Hughes for the 7th, Cheek for the 8th, Joe for the 9th.
1-0, fly ball right center field. This one is touched. Deep fly ball right and gone, a home run. Harrison DeNicola showing off the power to the alley in right center. And cutting this Freedom lead to 1. It's 5-4.
What a big swing of the stick from Harry D. Makes it a 1-run game. So much time left. Only in the top of the 5th inning, but momentum shifting right back to that first base dugout. A towering 2-run blast to make it a 5-4 game. And that might be the last batter Kevin Hahn faces tonight.
Right. Yeah. That's what I told him. I said you called it on
And that'll be it for Kevin Hahn. We'll have a new pitcher, but Aaron, here as we transition into a new pitcher, I'd like to bring the fans into the booth for just a second. And for those of you watching and have been watching us all season, thought it might be interesting or valuable for those of you watching to see how we do our jobs here in the booth. And Aaron, when we do a game here, we have our mixing board here that we connect everything to, and that's where you can see everything, the sound comes in. But for those of you who may not know and want to know how we rattle off all our stats so quickly and everything in front of us, we have this little phone here, which is where I'm scoring the game, and that's where you can see the little scoreboard at the bottom right of your screen. I'm tapping strike, ball in between every pitch, typing in everything there, and Aaron, you and I both keeping the same scorebook, so if I get anything wrong in our phone, we can go back and check. And a baseball broadcaster's scorebook is really a work of art.
Yeah, it really is. It has everything here at our disposal. You get to see the defensive alignment when substitutions are made. You're not having to memorize that or look back through the 1 through 9 and the columns. You're able to see at the top here the defensive look, where everybody is. Some guy comes in, this guy goes out, scratch him out, put a new guy right here. Yeah,
very
so
convenient
everything
there.
right at the fingertips. And yeah, you might take them through your bulletin board of goods over here.
So Aaron and I have the same thing. I have all of my stuff here up on the bulletin board. Aaron has the same information down taped to the desk in front of us, but we have rosters for both teams, the starting lineup, things to refer to when we have somebody like a new pitcher, and we always hope, as we say, that the players are on the roster wearing a corresponding number, but luckily for the Florence players, we have a good enough eye that even if they're not wearing the right numbers, we know who they are just from talking with them. But lineups constantly updated. Aaron, you do a great job there of coming in every day when there's transactions or anything and take care of business, to take care of me, to put me in a position to be successful, that you're taking care of the stats and the information, and you get access, the viewer gets access online on FlorenceYalls.com to the statistics. There's a spreadsheet that we look at that we'll pull up, and I'll pull up here in just a second to introduce the new pitcher. But that's Aaron Brody's job. He goes in every day and manually types in every statistic into that spreadsheet. We used to have a program that did it automatically for us, but because we're using a different scoring program this year, Aaron has to do it manually. And
that's right.
That's a little peek behind the curtain for you of how we do our jobs up here in the booth in the Ted Bushelman press box.
Looks like it is a little inning early. Alex Wagner on the bump for Dennis Pelfrey.
And Alex Wagner starts off Michaelino with strike 1.
He comes into more of a clean situation, courtesy the 2-run homer from DeNicola. Nobody on. There are 2 outs. You heard Pelf say it on the live wireless mic. He wanted him to throw the 6th, but the plan's been thrown in the trash.
Wagner gets a swing and a miss from DeNicola. Or excuse me, Galeno DeNicola, just with that 2-run shot of a home run. And it's strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch at 90 miles an hour, missing low and away. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 down in this top of the 5th inning. As the Y'alls look to tie the game, the 1-2 pitch down low and in. But I wanted to take that chance here in the pitching change to bring you all into the booth and to show you a little bit of behind the scenes material of how we do our jobs. And Aaron, all the credit to you with putting together these rosters and the stats and the lineups every day. You're constantly running around and doing so much work right before the game, and couldn't do this job without all that behind the scenes work. So setting this and the coaches up for success too with the stats. Here's a little bloop hit to right field from Mike Galeno to keep the inning and the rally alive.
Well, thank you for knowing that about me and for saying it on the air, Paul. I do appreciate that, but I tell you what, it's one of those things where when you get the chance to broadcast, it doesn't feel like work. It's all fun. I enjoy coming down to the ballpark every day. I enjoy getting to be around the guys, the coaches, whether it's doing the game reports or getting ready for game day. It's always a blast, and it's a lot of fun, and I appreciate you coming on, being my right-hand man all summer when you didn't have to do it, not earning a dime to do it, but good, valuable reps for you as you continue your budding broadcasting career.
Well, the option was to sit at home or come help and broadcast baseball, and I'd take this option any day of the week. Hot shot, ground ball from Brandon Pugh down to the hot corner with Craig Massey. The throw on to first in time, and that's a quick 1 out for Alex Wagner. Allowed the single, but got out of the inning. So we'll head down to the bottom of the 5th. It's a close game. 1 run separates these 2 teams. The Freedom with a 5-4 edge on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Bill Cunningham, the Great American for the Rohr Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Rohr at Rohr Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Rohr Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to RohrINS.com. Call Alvin Rohr. Call the Rohr Agency today.
At Gentle Touch Grooming, your pet is treated with care and will look beautiful. Give your dog or cat the spa day they need. Gentle Touch offers spa baths, deluxe spa baths, full haircuts, and nail trimmings. Book an appointment today at 859-283-1373. That's 859-283-1373. Gentle Touch will even offer 10% off just for mentioning this ad. They want to see those waggling tails soon at Gentle Touch Grooming.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
Here for the bottom of the 5th inning, and we'll groove on as we close the line on Kevin Hahn. 4 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 2 walks and 5 strikeouts for the Freedom starter. And looking across at the Y'alls, Nick Floyd, who came out last inning. Andrew McDonald taking over, 3 1/3, 6 hits, 3 runs, and a good catch by you, Aaron. Only one of them earned a walk and a strikeout.
Yeah, that was that error on the Lucas Owens bouncer to first base in the 4th inning. that play's made. You can't assume a guy scores from second on the Massey single. Would have been a bases loaded situation, so 3 runs in that Freedom side of the fourth, but just 1 earned. 3 earned on the night for Floyd.
Logan Wyatt loses his bat on the first pitch. He swung through, and that ball went so high it nearly, or the bat did, excuse me, nearly went over the netting on first base. Holy cow, that one flew over the dugout. Bounced off the netting so hard it came back and didn't even land in the dugout. Landed back on the warning track on the turf there in front of the dugout. Wyatt tonight, a couple of ground outs in the infield. The 0-1. Another swing and a miss.
It's a good thing these nettings are as high as they are, because that may have landed on the concourse.
Yeah.
That thing was still going up, it seemed like, when the net caught it.
0-2 count to Wyatt. McDonald off third base side of the rubber. The pitch. Foul ball. A weak foul ball to the Florence Y'alls on deck circle. Wyatt grounded out to second in the first inning, then a couple innings later, ground out back to the pitcher. Checks up his swing. Ball and 2 strikes. Didn't like that one low and out. A swing and a miss, and that is strike 3. First strikeout for Andrew McDonald, and that gets us started here in the bottom of the 5th.
See if McDonald can find the right formula to retire Tyler Fitzgerald for the first time tonight. Fitz having a good one at the dish. 2 for 2, a pair of doubles, 2 runs scored. Fingerprints all over this 5-4 lead the Freedom have.
Fitzgerald takes strike 1 from McDonald at like 86 miles an hour. 1-run lead for the Freedom. Scored 2 in the second, 3 in the fourth. The 0-1. Grounded to third. High chopper for Will Baker. And he'll throw on to first for the second out of the inning. Does indeed retire Fitzgerald for the first time tonight.
McDonald's such an imposing presence out there on the mound. Checks in at 6'6", 225. Rocking the tweener socks tonight with the stirrup look. Quality throwback baseball look, the long flowing hair out of the Y'alls cap. And of course, got to slide it in every time he makes an appearance. Mason High School's finest.
So will it be the McDonald Brody press box? Or is it the McDonald Field
McDonald
at the Brody press
Field
box?
at the Brody press box, yeah.
First pitch low and in to E.P. Reese, ball 1.
His Mason baseball career a touch better than mine.
What did you play?
Outfield.
Outfield.
I was an outfielder for the Comets. Courtesy runner sometimes, too.
1-0. Taken for strike 1. Why were they the Comets?
It's actually, it goes back to the space race way back in the day. They used to be the Shamrocks.
Interesting. 1-1, swung and miss.
Used to be the Shamrocks, and then during the space race, every school in what used to be the FAVC changed their name temporarily to something space related. Mason went to the Comets, and then while the other schools went back eventually to what their name was, Mason stayed pat with the Comets. So now you know.
Long fly ball to right field. Not deep enough as Blaze Spees makes the catch for the third out of the inning. And Aaron will take over in the 6th. Thank you for listening over the last 3 innings, and we'll head on to that 6th inning. 5-4 Freedom lead. It was a quick one for McDonald on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Who did the Florence Freedom turn to when it was time to upgrade their scoreboard? Atlantic Sign Company. Through their branding expertise, innovation, and passion, Atlantic Sign Company will help you identify your business to your customers in a way that will exceed your expectations. From concept to the completion, their team will be with you every step of the way. Your sign represents you, your company, and your brand. So go where the Florence Freedom went for their scoreboard. Atlantic Sign Company.
Have you ever wondered what heaven tastes like? Today at the ballpark, we are giving you the opportunity to do just that. To delight your taste buds, we present Curd Town deep-fried cheese curds. These golden crispy morsels, with their gooey cheesy center, are the tasty treat that have all of the angels singing. After trying our delicious cheese curds, we can't promise you a halo, but we do guarantee a joyful stomach and a cheesy smile.
Today's game is sponsored in part by Clark Dietrich Building Systems, a military-friendly employer. Clark Dietrich offers a comprehensive lineup of steel construction products and services across the United States and abroad. Using cold-formed steel, we manufacture innovative products for interior framing and finishing, exterior framing, floor and roof framing, as well as clips, connectors, metal lath, barrier mesh, and accessories. For more information, visit our website at www.clarkdietrich.com.
Defensive changes for you. Dudley Tall comes out of the game. Brian Danzero goes into center field, and that moves E.P. Reese over to right. We get started here in the top of the 6th inning. It's a 5-4 game. The Freedom hold a very slim edge. Alex Wagner back to the bump to try and protect the lead, and in to tell you about it for the next couple innings, it's Aaron Brody.
Thank you, Paul. Will Baker will lead things off for the Y'alls. They trail the Freedom 5-4. Harry DeNicola's big-time 2-run shot, making it a 1-run game in the top of the 5th inning. Andrew McDonald then worked quickly in the bottom. So momentum still feels like it's with the visiting Florence Y'alls here tonight. And we'll see if they can tie the game or take their first lead tonight here in the 6th. Wagner into his full windup in the first pitch to Will. A swing and a line drive into right center field, but Brian Danzero ranges into the gap and makes the catch for out number 1.
That's what I'm saying.
The ball always finds the new guy. That adage
it wasn't a horrible pitch either.
Proven correct one more time here. First pitch to the first batter.
Yeah.
And there's Brian Danzero making a play after checking into the game for Dudley Taw. So the flyout brings up Blaze Spees, 0 for 2 tonight, a strikeout and a ground out to second. That third voice you hear on the broadcast, Dennis Pelfrey mic'd up with us as a fastball crosses for a strike. Freedom are the home team in this series, but they are in the visiting third base dugout in the left field bullpen. The 0-1. Downstairs for ball 1 to Spees.
This is another guy too. Like we should pound him in. Everybody keeps throwing away and just barrels balls off the field. He doesn't really turn on the ball.
Pelf offering the scouting report on Blaze Spees in the box. The 1-1 pitch, foul tipped into the mitt of Lucas Owens for strike 2. Couple of shakes from Wagner. Got a certain pitch in mind. Owens flashes the right side, and now here comes the right-hander. The 1-2. Got him, tied him up. Swung through and missed. A strikeout for out number 2.
Picking up where he left off, and quick first couple outs. Keep that pitch count efficient.
And this is a big inning for Alex Wagner. As I told you coming in off the break, does feel like momentum is with the Y'alls, having made it a 1-run game. Got the shutdown inning from Andrew McDonald, but Wagner can siphon some of that mo back with a quick top half of the 6th here, and he's 2/3 of the way there after 2 batters. So Kevin Watley will step in, trying to disrupt the quick inning. Also 0 for 2, a couple of ground outs from the tremendous defensive shortstop, who hits in the 7 hole tonight. Shows bunt, pulls back, and will fall behind 0-1. Do want to shout out Kevin Watley's grandma. He tells me every night in the buffet line after the game that she is a loyal listener on the Y'alls Broadcasting Network. The 0-1 pitch, down and away. That one clocking in at 94 on the radar gun. Now there are some rumors that the gun's not quite accurate. Not sure if it's north or south. Either way you slice it, Alex Wagner does have a good heavy fastball. He's got it going tonight. Fastball's down and away. This one at 90. And the count moves to 2-1 to Watley.
He has done virtually nothing with the bat. Make him swing it, baby.
The pitch. Fouled off. Disappearing into the night. And onto the grassy berm and right. Deuce is all over the board. Not a tornado. Dennis Pelfrey just moving the mic.
He's too narrow.
Watley calls time and steps out. We're listening to Pelf.
He's trying to generate. You're going to get beat a lot. What is this? 5, 6. How many pitches? 15 right here? This will be 16.
Time called again.
Nice to know this will be pitch 16, and I'm keeping score the right way.
Yeah. Wondering if that was accurate.
We're right on, Aaron.
Yeah, Nick, or next inning.
Only the top quality up here.
2-2, late swing. Wagner throws the fastball by Watley and tallies 2 strikeouts in a scoreless 1-2-3, top half of the 6th. So we motor to the bottom. It'll be Trejo, Danzero, and Owens to the plate for the Freedom. They lead by 1, 5-4 on the Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
Hey Freedom fans, let's play a game of Did You Know, courtesy of Life Center. Did you know organ and tissue donation is life-saving and life-changing for thousands of people? How about that more than 600 people in greater Cincinnati are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant? You can change someone's life with a simple yes when you go to renew your driver's license or state ID. Say yes and register to be a donor. Visit lifepassedon.org for more information or to register online. Life. Pass it on.
Florence Freedom fans, Walt Kelsey here for Kelsey Chevrolet on Route 50 in Lawrenceburg. Proud sponsor of your Florence Freedom. We're just 15 minutes from Florence. Take 275 west to the Lawrenceburg exit. We can handle all your automotive needs. Sales, service, parts, and body shop. We are family owned and operated, and we offer a fresh approach. We'll treat you like family. Find new roads at KelseyChev.com.
We are Kelsey Chevrolet, from our family to yours.
Cesar Trejo will lead things off for the Freedom. 5-4 your score, bottom 6, and it's the Freedom in front. What's at stake tonight? A Freedom win effectively ends the chase for the top spot in the Battle of the Bourbon Trail standings that would belong to the Freedom in 2020. The Y'alls trying to win tonight to even the series and to set up a winner-take-all season finale tomorrow at 5:05 right here at UC Health Stadium. Couldn't draw it up much better. First pitch to Cesar Trejo from Andrew McDonald in the turf for ball 1. It's Aaron Brody and Paul Fritchner putting you to sleep on the Florence Y'alls Broadcasting Network.
But what?
The 1-0 pitch, chasing and missing to even the count 1-1.
There's some fireworks straight away in center field.
Don't they know that's a Friday night thing?
Yeah. They didn't get the message.
The 1-1. That's out for ball 2. McDonald came in the game in the 4th inning with 2 outs to find after Nick Floyd checked out after 3 1/3. It's been McDonald ever since. Faced the minimum his last time out. Good breaking ball, gets a swing and a miss from Trejo here. And the count now 2-2 to the Freedom DH, who's had a good night tonight. A 2-run homer in the 2nd, a single and a run scored in the 4th. McDonald's 2-2. Got him swinging. Breaking ball, did the trick. Trejo swung over the top. And that's out number 1. Second strikeout for McDonald. And it brings up Brian Danzero for the first time tonight.
The bullpen, Aaron, has been spot on. Bullpen between both teams only allowing 2 hits, 1 apiece.
Danzer in the box, loves that first pitch. Here it comes. Swings away, pops it up, first base side. This should stay on the field of play for Mitch Piotnik, who just outside the first base coach's box makes the catch. 2 outs, and Lucas Owens to the plate. All the action happening seemingly for the Freedom in the bottom half of their batting order tonight.
Yeah.
Tyler Fitzgerald, 2 doubles, 2 runs scored. E.P. Reese in the 6th hole, a single RBI, run scored. Trejo, the 2 runs scored we talked about, all 5 runs in the bottom half. Fastball on the first pitch to Owens, outside at 92 for ball 1. Not to take anything away from Craig Massey, who's just doing what he does in a 2-for-2 night with a walk as the leadoff man. But he hasn't scored yet tonight. Breaking balls downstairs for ball 2 to the catcher, Owens. But Whiteman, Setio, Wyatt, the 2-3-4 hitless tonight. 0 for 9. Two-0 toss on the outside fringe. 2-1.
Set down 7 in a row as McDonald.
Is 2-1. Hit in the air to left field, twisting towards foul ground, and this is going to take a bounce and end up a souvenir on the grassy berm.
Little guy.
Somebody fell down trying to go for it and was none too happy to see it go to someone else. Kid got up, promptly spiked his hat into the ground. Turf monster.
I have a fun story about that. One time in high school, I missed a ground ball in practice, and I jokingly turned around and spiked my glove into the dirt, but my coach only saw me spike my glove, and he thought I was being serious. So he made me drop down and do a bunch of push-ups, and all my teammates started laughing at me because they knew the joke. My coach had missed it. Fun to laugh about later, but not so much at the time. Felt bad.
Good pitch, swung through and missed. Another strikeout and the 3rd of the night for Andrew McDonald. Another 1-2-3 inning for the 6'6" right-hander. And we will go to the 7th. 8-9-1 due up for the Y'alls. Segueing into the late stages of the game and still a 5-4 Freedom advantage on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
BRG is locally owned and operated, so we take pride in our community you choose to call home. With spacious floor plans, neighborhoods that complement your lifestyle, pet-friendly communities, 24-hour emergency maintenance, the amenities are endless. Come home to BRG Apartments. With communities located in Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio, as well as in northern Kentucky, we have something for everyone. Finding your new home is as easy as BRG.
It's not just a truck, it's a way of life. It's who you are. It's proud, free, wild. It's a brotherhood, the Brotherhood of Tacoma. For over 50 years, Toyota has built the best, most durable, go anywhere, do anything trucks money can buy. That's the Toyota Tacoma, the truck that feels like it was built for you, because it is. Built in the USA. Welcome to the Brotherhood. Find out more at your Toyota dealer or buy at Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, you heard Dennis Pelfrey tell you live on our air, courtesy his wireless mic, that it was going to be a bit of a whole staff once we got into the late stages of this game, and he wasn't lying. Alex Wagner will step out after 1 1/3 scoreless innings tonight. The right-hander tallied 2 strikeouts, allowed 1 hit, but no runs. And now it's the big right-hander Sean Hughes who takes over on the bump in the top of the 7th. Hughes will face Belsky, Piotnik, and Top, and Rodney Tinney. 5-4 game, Freedom in front, trying to stake claim to the top spot in the Battle of the Bourbon Trail standings here in 2020. They will accomplish that feat with the win tonight. The Y'alls can still be the top team in the Battle of the Bourbon Trail, but they must win out tonight and tomorrow to pull the upset. First pitch from Hughes, called strike. 0-1 to Belsky, who's 0 for 2 with the K and a ground out to first. Hughes readies and is 0-1. Check swing, but it's on location. Called strike 2. Bullpens have taken control. Andrew McDonald facing the minimum in each of his last 2 innings of work. Alex Wagner got himself a 1-2-3 in the 6th. The 0-2, chasing and missing, and a strikeout of Belsky for out number 1.
How about this bullpen?
Really rounding into form. And Sean Hughes has been magnificent. Had I don't want to say a serious injury, but an injury that sidelined him early in the season. I remember he pitched on opening night, went a third of an inning, got a strikeout. Didn't see him for a couple of weeks as he put an injury in his back pocket. It's Mitch Piotnik at the plate now, and he'll be ahead 1-0 as a fastball at 91 misses in. And then his next few times out, talking about Hughes here. Not quite the same guy. You could tell he was trying to get back into form. Well, he has found that form. Big swing and a miss. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. His last 3 times out, he's been as good as I've ever seen him. And this is a guy that was with the Freedom in 2019. Squad that would win 57 games in the regular season and end their year in the Frontier League Championship Series. Breaking balls, spinning and upstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike to Piotnik. Righty has his pitch, the 2-1. Down and in. 3 balls and a strike. Hughes 6'1", 225 out of Williamsburg, Virginia. 3-1 pitch, a swing and a miss.
Right now, the bottom of the order, 6, 7, 8, 9 for the Florence Y'alls is 0 for 11 with 6 strikeouts. So whereas for the Freedom, the bottom of the order is getting it done, not so much.
Fastball's just outside, and it'll be a walk with 1 out. And Rodney Tinney will come to the plate, the man at first base. 9th appearance for Hughes on the year. He spanned 7 innings. No wins or losses, and ERA at 2.57. 9 strikeouts to 3 walks in those 7 frames, which is now 7 1/3 with the 1 out he's recorded here tonight. You like that 3-to-1 ratio. Tenney shift on. As Rodney digs in. Hughes has been ready, and here he comes. Inside strike, it's 0-1. Hughes takes a trip to the rosin bag. Tenney will capitalize, step out. Now digs back in. Behind 0-1. Hughes sets. Kicks and fires. Runner takes off. Piotnik's eyes on second. Throws not nearly in time. The head first dive. Piotnik's in there with the stolen base, and the tying run is in scoring position with less than 2 outs. The 0-2 hit hard but foul past third. Kerry Lyle, the home plate umpire, in need of new baseballs. We'll get him from Joe, who's always rocking that pearly white Freedom uniform. When he's not wearing the Batman costume, that is, as Batboy. That's Chad Rhodes' idea.
You a big Batman guy?
Absolutely. That's the top superhero as far as I'm concerned.
I just saw The Dark Knight the other day for the first time.
That's ridiculous.
I shouldn't say the other day, a few months ago, during quarantine.
Well, still, you're a little late. 0-2's fouled off out of play.
It was really good.
As in the one with the Joker, The Dark Knight.
Yeah. Batman Begins.
You saw that in 2020.
Yeah. I'm not a big superhero guy, but figured I needed to get around to it. And I will say I like that one. That was not like my Office take. Dark Knight was fantastic.
Well, at least
I just never got around to it. Forrest Gump, never seen that. That's my real big white whale there.
That is a big one. 0-2 fouled off again. I can almost give you that one because that was early 90s. You're younger than I am. Before your time, maybe I can see why that one just never really was on your radar. But you were right smack dab in the middle of the generation that was all about The Dark Knight. And not to mention, it wasn't just the superhero movie. It was Academy Award nominated. It was, Heath Ledger's performance as Joker in that's legendary.
And that's what I didn't realize was how good of a just cinematic masterpiece it was. And everybody talked about it, and I just passed it off as a superhero flick and was very far from that.
0-2, tempting pitch. Tenney started to go. They'll appeal, and Dave Blanchett will punch him out. Rodney Tenney, out number 2. And it's a pair of strikeouts for the right-hander Sean Hughes here in the 7th. And he'll have to face that man. Here he comes, Harry DeNicola, the 2-run homer tonight. And stepping to the plate with the tying run in scoring position, this is the guy Brian White would pick to swing the stick in this very moment. First pitch to Harry at the eyes for ball 1.
So is the Batman trilogy your favorite? I will say I did not make it to the 3rd one. I only saw the first 2.
Well, I'm not surprised.
Well, the first 2 were streaming. I had to pay for the 3rd, and I didn't get around to it.
There goes Piotnik for a 3rd, and he'll have it. Breaking balls down and in for ball 2 to Harry. And now it's a runner at 3rd base in the form of the tying run and a 2-0 count to DeNicola. But yes, absolutely. And I'm not really a huge superhero guy. I've never seen really any of them outside of the Batman movies.
Iron Man?
Never seen Iron Man.
Oh, no. Well, I guess we could go the other way on that one, so I don't really have much room to talk.
2-0 swing and foul past first. Just kind of realizing that in real time. I mean, I've seen the smattering. I did see Black Panther.
That was really good.
I did see Batman vs. Superman. Basically, Batman will bring me to the box office. I saw the new Joker movie, which isn't Batman, but Joker is in the Batman vein. That's a great one, too, if you haven't seen that.
I have not.
Check it out. Oh, it's phenomenal. 2-1 pitch. Big swing, but he came up empty. And deuces are all over the board. Yeah, I welled up, got a little emotional when I realized that Christopher Nolan was done making Batman movies after The Dark Knight Rises. Can't lie. I love getting lost in that world. Such a cool, more dark version of the Batman story, but man, was it good. 2-2. Up and out for ball 3.
Yeah, I watched 41 movies during quarantine. I tried to watch a movie a night until things started to open back up a little bit with no sports on. I figured it was time for me to catch up on a little bit of pop culture that I had missed.
Sure, that's how you framed it.
Mm-hmm.
3-2s at the shoe tops in ball 4. Runners will be at the edges. And that's not the worst thing in the world for Sean Hughes. Dennis Pelfrey will take a trip out. We will go to his live mic, but he may have turned it off or it may have died. Not getting much yet. Thinking the batteries are shot. Hughes will step aside, though. Dennis will make a pitching change. Looks like Jared Cheek trots in from the left field bullpen. We'll have the stats and info on the incoming gun after a short break on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
Substation 2 has been bringing Florence the freshest food at the lowest prices since 1981. You've tried the rest, now come taste the best fresh sliced sub sandwiches anywhere. Substation 2 was voted the best sub sandwich in Northern Kentucky by Northern Kentucky Magazine in 2016. Let Substation cater your next event. Give us a call at 859-371-9490 or come visit us at 7905 Dream Street in Florence. Substation 2, quality at a price you can afford.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
Jared Cheek took the mound and was ready to rock. We're already one pitch deep in the sequence with Mike Galino. The count is 1-0. Pitch on the way. A swing and a line drive into left field, a base hit, and we are going to be tied up at 5. Mike Galino comes through. Turns on a first pitch fastball, or it's the first fastball he got in the at-bat. And the single knots the score and brings Brandon Pugh to the plate with runners at first and second. Big knock for Galino.
Fans in the stands trying to do the wave, and I believe this is the first wave I've ever seen at UC Health Stadium.
The run will be charged to Sean Hughes. Couple of shakes from Cheek. Now he sets. And a back foot pitch is down low. DeNicola now at second. He walked and was the last batter Sean Hughes faced. Here in the 7th, the 1-0. At the belt for a called strike. The 1-1. On the outside corner. Pugh thought it was away. Framed up nicely enough by Lucas Owens. Gets the call, and it's 1-2. Cheek deals. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that will do it for the Y'alls, but not before Mike Galino comes through. Strokes an RBI single and ties the game at 5. Time to stretch at UC Health Stadium. You're listening to Florence Freedom Baseball on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Have you ever wondered what heaven tastes like? Today at the ballpark, we are giving you the opportunity to do just that. To delight your taste buds, we present Curd Town deep-fried cheese curds. These golden crispy morsels, with their gooey cheesy center, are the tasty treat that have all of the angels singing. After trying our delicious cheese curds, we can't promise you a halo, but we do guarantee a joyful stomach and a cheesy smile.
Today's game is sponsored in part by Clark Dietrich Building Systems, a military-friendly employer. Clark Dietrich offers a comprehensive lineup of steel construction products and services across the United States and abroad. Using cold-formed steel, we manufacture innovative products for interior framing and finishing, exterior framing, floor and roof framing, as well as clips, connectors, metal lath, barrier mesh, and accessories. For more information, visit our website at www.clarkdietrich.com.
Bill Cunningham, the great American for the Roar Insurance Agencies. Over the last many years, Alvin Roar at Roar Insurance Agency has handled all my personal and business needs. They are a large and growing national insurance business located right here in Greater Cincinnati. Call the Roar Agency today at 513-985-4200 or go to roarins.com. Call Alvin Roar. Call the Roar Agency today.
Sides emptying their bullpens here tonight in the middle game of the Showdown Series at UC Health Stadium, and what a game it is. Stalemated at 5 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. Out goes Andrew McDonald, and in comes the right-hander Reed Hayes, current property of the Baltimore Orioles. He's put together another strong campaign, and he will go to work facing the 1-2-3. 2 up for Dennis Pelfrey's Florence Freedom. That's Massey, Whiteman, and Setio. Aaron Brody and Paul Fritchner with you as the Y'alls look to set up a winner-take-all tomorrow, and the Freedom have their sights set on popping some champagne, cinching up a regular season championship here in the Battle of the Bourbon Trail. With a win tonight, they will do it. They have not scored since the 4th inning, however, when they hung a 3 spot on starter Nick Floyd. Hayes' first pitch to Massey, a fastball that's out for ball 1. Ninth appearance for Hayes on the season. 14 2/3 innings under his belt. Big breaking ball and a called strike. 1-1. Hayes is 3-0 on the year. ERA at 1.23. Good breaking ball again. And a second strike to Massey. So to say it's another good campaign for Hayes is underselling it. The righty's 1-2. Popped up, third base side, but this one's going to find its way out of play. Will Baker tracked it all the way to the wall, but ran out of room as it falls in the 5th row. Massey's been on base all 3 times, setting the tone for the Freedom. 2 singles, a walk, 2 stolen bases. Has an RBI, but has not scored a run. All that's been reserved for the bottom half of the Freedom batting order in this one. The 1-2. A swinging, slow tapper towards third base, and this will be a foul ball. All 5 runs for the Freedom coming from the 6, 7, or 8 hitters. Or 5, 6, 7 rather. In this one, Fitzgerald, Reese, and Trejo. Fitzgerald and Trejo scoring twice apiece. EP Reese with 1 in the middle. Now the 1-2. Down and away. Good take.
This game feels, Aaron, just about as even as it can be.
Really does. The pitcher's draft went well. Both sides loaded up with good quality arms. 2-2 pitch. Inside. Now a full count. But we're seeing a lot of the big guns here in the middle game, wondering what tomorrow will have in store as a fastball is thrown past Massey for strike 3. Hayes tallies an early strikeout. Has 1 out in the bottom of the 7th and will face Simon Whiteman next. Sun has completely set at UC Health Stadium, night upon us, but it feels just as hot and sticky as it did at 3 o'clock. First pitch to Whiteman, off speed and downstairs for ball 1. Just kind of hoping that fall weather we had last night was a sign of things to come. Short-lived. The 1-0, down and away. You missed it last night, Paul, but you were broadcasting a game, a football game. It was football weather last night here. Everybody in hoodies and long sleeves. Felt like fall at UC Health Stadium. Postseason baseball had the feel. Breaking ball, called a strike. Now 2-1 to Whiteman.
I walked outside yesterday to get in my car to go down to that game, and it was the first time I'd walked outside all day, and I realized I was a little chilly.
2-1. Big breaker, but outside. 3 balls and a strike to the 2-hole. Sleeping until noon and playing some MLB The Show.
Life is rough.
Editing the pod. 3-1. Outside and a walk. Good speed at first base. And Simon Whiteman. And the feared Chad Setio will stride to the dish with the man aboard in a tied ball game, 5-5.
At least the pod is a good use of my time.
Absolutely.
And sleep too.
Absolutely.
But again, for those of you who may have missed it, on Tuesday from my Twitter account, Aaron and I did a great podcast the other day talking about Aaron's career, how he got here, what he did before, and Aaron really excited for that to get published.
Whiteman takes off on the first pitch. It's a called strike. Throw is high to second from Galino, and just like that, go ahead run in scoring position. Yeah, that was a blast, and I do really appreciate you deeming me worthy of being on the pod.
Oh, come on.
It was a lot of fun. Actually, my podcast debut.
Really?
It was. But now I've got the itch.
It's great. It's a lot of fun.
The 0-1. Big breaker, but downstairs for ball 1 to Setio. I've got some buddies who do one that I really enjoy listening to. It's the Ain't No Seats pod. For anybody that Hayden Wheeler's folks might actually know about it and listen to it out there in Topeka, Kansas. But they are Kansas City Lifers. They're in Topeka themselves. They do Jayhawks, Chiefs, Royals. Fastball is a called strike. Count now 1-2 on Setio. It's really a Kansas Jayhawks podcast. They will dive into the Chiefs some, Royals some, when the Jayhawks aren't playing basketball, but
5 stars with 348 ratings.
Yeah,
good stuff there we are.
Yeah, it's really good. A lot of fun. Grew up with the host. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Setio down on strike. So Hayes does have the strikeout stuff, but the free pass of Whiteman threatening to burn here in the 7th. If Logan Wyatt can find a little outfield turf with 2 outs.
One thing that you mentioned in the podcast that, again, will come out on Tuesday, my Twitter feed, I'm sure, Aaron, you'll put it out there too, but one thing we mentioned that I talk about real quick was when you came out of college and you went to the Ohio Broadcasting, was it the Ohio Broadcasting Center?
Ohio Center for Broadcasting.
Center for Broadcasting. There was a similar experience, which is why I asked you to elaborate on it and how your experience went, because another guest that I'd had on the pod, Aaron Goldsmith, the broadcaster for the Seattle Mariners, did the exact same thing in Missouri, got his start at the Gateway Grizzlies out of college, and eventually went to Pawtucket and then to now in Seattle. So maybe there's a career path for you, Aaron.
Sure hope so. Breaking ball catches the outside corner for a called strike. Yeah, Pawtucket just churns out major leaguers. If you can get the chance to broadcast there, you're well on your way. But yeah, was aware of Aaron being at one time in Sauget, Illinois. And not the first to broadcast in the Frontier League and get to the majors. The 1-1. Got in on the hands, high fly ball, shallow in center field, twisting towards left center, but an easy play for Brandon Pugh, who makes the catch. So Reed Hayes does walk one. The pitch is around it. Fans 2, and gets the fly out from Wyatt. And we go to the 8th, still tied up at 5. It's a nail biter at UC Health Stadium on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
At Gentle Touch Grooming, your pet is treated with care and will look beautiful. Give your dog or cat the spa day they need. Gentle Touch offers spa baths, deluxe spa baths, full haircuts, and nail trimmings. Book an appointment today at 859-283-1373. That's 859-283-1373. Gentle Touch will even offer 10% off just for mentioning this ad. They want to see those waggling tails soon at Gentle Touch Grooming. Hey Freedom fans, let's play a game of Did You Know, courtesy of Life Center. Did you know organ and tissue donation is life-saving and life-changing for thousands of people? How about that more than 600 people in greater Cincinnati are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant? You can change someone's life with a simple yes when you go to renew your driver's license or state ID. Say yes and register to be a donor. Visit lifepassedon.org for more information or to register online. Life, pass it on.
Will Baker to the plate, top 8, 5-5 your score on the Freedom Broadcasting Network. And in for the play-by-play, my partner, Paul Fritchner.
Thank you very much, Aaron. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Florence Y'alls in a tie game, 5-5, leading off the 8th inning. Will Baker has reached twice, a single, a walk, and a line out to center. And the first pitch from Jared Cheek crosses the plate for strike one. We are just past 2.5 hours old, 2 hours and 32 minutes on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network. Paul Fritchner, Aaron Brody bringing you the middle game of this series that determines the winner of the regular season of the Battle of the Bourbon Trail. Here's the 0-1 from Cheek. Low and inside, gets to the backstop. Will Baker's in an even 1-1 count. He's been in scoring position twice, but both times he's been there, he's been left there. On third once and on second once. Guys behind him unable to drive him in, pick him up. Baker in the 1-1 count fouls this one to the right side this time. Power swing, but got underneath of it, fouled it to the screen. As some fireworks continue to be shot off overhead.
Somebody's having fun.
Will Baker here in the top of the 8th inning in a tie game. The 2-2 popped up right center field. Coming in on it is E.P. Reese. And he settles under for the first out. E.P. was sprinting in at first and then realized that it was going to carry enough that he could just pull up and wait for the ball to find his glove.
Coaching staff lauding EP for his ability in the outfield. It's fun to watch out there.
Blaze Spees 0 for 3 tonight. He's had a rough go of it at the plate with a couple of strikeouts. Fastball outside starts him off with ball 1. Spees grounds this one back up the middle. Over for it is Simon Whiteman to throw across his body to first for the second out. A quick 2 outs from Jared Cheek, who has thrown 12 pitches, 8 of them for strikes. And it's the last hope in the 8th for the Florence Y'alls as Kevin Watley strolls up to the dish, 0 for 3. 6 and 7 are 0 for 7 tonight with 3 strikeouts. Kevin Watley takes a fastball right down the middle. Here's the 0-1. Fastball low and in. That brushes Watley back. May have sold it a little bit. In center field, Brian Danzero shaded over toward right center. Huge gap in left center. The closed stance, Kevin Watley in a 1-1 count. The pitch. Checks up his swing again. Misses low and in. 5-5 the score, top 8. Quick first 2 outs. On deck, it's Belsky if the inning continues. The 2-1. Fly ball foul down the right field line and toward the parking lot. I always park far enough away that I'm in no danger of a foul ball here, but you sometimes have some dubious parking selections that get me nervous.
I ask for it sometimes. It's usually whenever I go to lunch and come back and my spot's been taken by somebody.
Oh.
That's usually when it gets a bit dicey.
Here's the 2-2. Fastball to the backstop, runs the count full. Your Chipotle run before the game?
My customary Chipotle run, you bet.
So today is the 35th game between these two teams. About 30-plus games played here. How many of those 30-plus days have seen a Chipotle run from you, Aaron?
Probably 31.
Oh, my goodness. I shouldn't talk. I do Taco Bell the same way. 3-2 pitch, grounded to second. Simon Whiteman again throws on to first. Busy. Simon Whiteman with a couple of outs this inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 5-5 on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network.
Who did the Florence Freedom turn to when it was time to upgrade their scoreboard? Atlantic Sign Company. Through their branding expertise, innovation, and passion, Atlantic Sign Company will help you identify your business to your customers in a way that will exceed your expectations. From concept to the completion, their team will be with you every step of the way. Your sign represents you, your company, and your brand. So go where the Florence Freedom went for their scoreboard. Atlantic Sign Company.
Florence Freedom fans, Walt Kelsey here for Kelsey Chevrolet on Route 50 in Lawrenceburg. Proud sponsor of your Florence Freedom. We're just 15 minutes from Florence. Take 275 west to the Lawrenceburg exit. We can handle all your automotive needs. Sales, service, parts, and body shop. We are family owned and operated, and we offer a fresh approach. We'll treat you like family. Find new roads at kelseychev.com.
We are Kelsey Chevrolet, from our family to yours.
Hi, I'm Lauren Hobart, president of Dick's Sporting Goods. I know personally how important sports are to our kids. That's why we've been working hard to make it easier for them to play. I invite you to come into our stores or shop us online. You won't believe all the changes that we've made at Dick's. We have more baseball and softball gear than ever before, an incredible selection of top running shoes, and we've got the hottest clubs in golf like the Callaway Epic Flash and TaylorMade M5 and M6. Stop into Dick's today to see all of the great changes we've made.
Of the 8th inning. It's a tie game, 5-5 on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network. Paul Fritchner, Aaron Brody with you. And it's Reed Hayes still on the mound. Check swing. And that's strike one. As Fitzgerald lines this one to center field. Out number one there as Tyler Fitzgerald is retired on the pop-up to center. And the first pitch, a called strike to E.P. Reese. Reese 1 for 3 tonight. Run score, the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Took something off of that. Swung over the top of it. So quickly in an 0-2 hole is E.P. Reese against Reed Hayes. One-two pitch coming to Reed Hayes, the lefty. Called strike three. Went over the inner half. And E.P. Reese, a strikeout victim. Reed Hayes going on the inner half. And that's Hayes' third strikeout.
Yeah, if you eliminate the one walk, Hayes has really been filthy. He's faced 6 batters. 3 strikeouts, a couple of flyouts to center and the 1 walk, but he's got the sharp breaking ball tonight. The fastball is getting on hitters quick. Looks good.
So with 2 down, it's Cesar Trejo. That ball goes all the way to the screen. Score knotted at 5 in the bottom of the 8th. Having a good time here in the middle game of a 3-game set between the Freedom and the Y'alls. 1-0, and Trejo lines it down the left field line. Look out! Oh, real close to a waiting SpongeBob costume that would have gotten absolutely drilled.
Likely would have popped it.
Oh my, our between innings promotion going into the 9th nearly needed a new entrant into that costume. Luckily, nobody struck. Counts just 1-1. SpongeBob probably absorbed that, though. I don't really know how that works. 1-1. Outside, ball 2. I mean, it does say absorbent and yellow. And porous is he. SpongeBob SquarePants.
You know, there's one for you. You hadn't seen Dark Knight until a month ago. I've never seen a full episode of SpongeBob.
I won't fault you for that.
Never.
I've never been a huge fan. I did watch it a little bit, but the 2-1, low and in, counts 3-1. I won't fault you for that. I don't think you're missing much.
Okay. I felt the heat.
No.
But I grew up in the age of that was everybody's favorite cartoon. I was late to the adult cartoon party. Of course, that was more kids anyway, but Family Guy is what got me in.
Here's the 3-1. Fastball low and in, and that's ball 4. Trejo works the walk, and he's on for the 3rd time tonight. 2-run homer in the 2nd, single and a run scored in the 4th. And after a strikeout in the 6th, it's a 2nd walk for Reed Hayes.
Did SpongeBob kind of straddle the line a little bit from adult humor to kid humor?
Well, it was one of those things where if you were watching as an adult, there were things you would pick up on that you wouldn't if you were 8 years old.
Okay.
But it was still funny to an 8-year-old.
For sure.
I never really got into it.
Okay.
I was always, Saturday morning, it wasn't SpongeBob, it was SportsCenter.
Amen.
I was more of a Disney Channel watcher than I was a Nickelodeon. There goes the runner to second, swing and a miss.
What a jump.
Cesar Trejo was off to second, and he was about 2/3 of the way there, but before the ball was even at the plate.
Yeah, he got the little shuffle hop and then 2 hard steps before Hayes even started the motion home. That was stolen on the pitcher there.
It's Brian Danzero at the plate. And Danzero lines this one in the left center gap. This could be the go-ahead run. Coming around third and coming home is Trejo. No play at the plate. The Freedom take the lead 6-5 on the go-ahead double by Brian Danzero.
Danzer striking again. The guy that got off to the hottest start is trying to seal it at the finish for the Freedom. Drop that sinking liner in a perfect spot in left center. Trejo, after the great jump and stealing second base, in prime position to score. And the pressure will mount on the Y'alls in their last at bat in the 9th. They must score 1, and they still got to find this 3rd out with another man standing in scoring position.
Two dead in the 8th, but a big insurance run standing 180 feet away. Lucas Owens at the dish. First pitch to him, a fastball down the middle. No balls and a strike. Waiting is Owens, the runner on second. Breaking pitch outside to even the count at 1.
And we'll see what happens here in the sequence with Owens, but Tenney's got to hit the cut there. Him throwing through and really way up that third base line is what allowed Danzero to get himself in scoring position. If he hits the cut, they might just put it in their back pocket, and Danzer stays at first. That could be a big extra 90 feet.
1-1, strike over the inner half. Advantage Reed Hayes. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 down. Line drive to second, now finds the ground. And that was his short. Watley says second. That's Watley at short. And that's the 3rd out of the inning. So a 6-3 ends that frame. But the Florence Freedom get the 1 run that they need to take the lead. And now just need 3 more outs to seal the win. We'll see if they can get them after this break on the Florence Freedom Broadcasting Network.
At Mount St. Joseph University, we inspire students to think beyond the classroom and redraw the bounds of what's possible for their future. Students are prepared for what it takes to succeed in their careers and in life. Nearly 99% of those who earn a degree from the Mount are employed, going to grad school, or volunteering within 6 months of graduating. This reflects the career certainty that comes from an education at the Mount. Connect with us today by visiting msj.edu.
BRG is locally owned and operated, so we take pride in our community you choose to call home. With spacious floor plans, neighborhoods that complement your lifestyle, pet-friendly communities, 24-hour emergency maintenance, the amenities are endless. Come home to BRG Apartments. With communities located in Cincinnati and Dayton, Ohio, as well as in northern Kentucky, we have something for everyone. Finding your new home is as easy as BRG.
Substation 2 has been bringing Florence the freshest food at the lowest prices since 1981. You've tried the rest, now come taste the best fresh sliced sub sandwiches anywhere. Substation 2 was voted the best sub sandwich in Northern Kentucky by Northern Kentucky Magazine in 2016. Let Substation cater your next event. Give us a call at 859-371-9490 or come visit us at 7905 Dream Street in Florence. Substation 2, quality at a price you can afford.
There's a new pitcher on the mound, Joe Doherty, for the last 3 outs of this 9th inning. And in for the 9th inning and maybe the 10th if we can get there, it's Aaron Brody.
Thank you, Paul. Joe D out to seal it for the Florence Freedom. They lead 6-5, courtesy the clutch RBI single from Brian Danzero, who would end up at second after the relay home from left, but was stranded there in the 1-run 8th. And we'll see if Doherty can make it stand. He will face the 8-9-1 Belsky, Piotnik, Rodney Tinney to come to the plate with a regular season championship on the line here in the 9th. Doherty always from the stretch, as most closers are. Sets and fires and nearly beans Belsky for ball 1.
We don't want to put the leadoff hitter on. 9-1 coming up.
Y'all's fans will love the punch that Piotnik brings to the plate in the 9-hole. His ability to start something. The 1-0 pitch lifted well out of play towards the kid zone. A ball and a strike to Belsky. 2 strikeouts and a 3 unassisted on the line offensively for Kevin in this one. Doherty with the throwing arm hanging in front as he leans in for the sign. Gets the pitch from Owens, who sets up in the 1-1. Too far in. 2 balls and 1 strike to Belsky. Quick consensus reached. And the pitch. Outside Black. 2-2. Doherty 6'3", 215 out of Valparaiso, Indiana. Logged some pro experience with the Schaumburg Boomers in 2019. And has spread his wings here in the Battle of the Bourbon Trail. He has cemented himself as the closer. Whether he was pitching for the Y'alls or the Freedom during the season, these 3 outs were always his to find. 2-2 pitch. Broken bat, slow roller to third, and this will end up foul. 14th appearance on the year for the Freedom closer. He's always been 1 inning apiece, 13 innings under his belt. Records 1-2, ERA at 2.77. 21 strikeouts to 3 walks. Told you earlier in the broadcast you love 3-1 from Sean Hughes. 7-1's not bad either. Belsky has his new stick. Gives it a practice cut before stepping back in that left-handed batter's box. His count is 2-2. Doherty sets, and the pitch. High cheese. Full count. Adrenaline pumping for Doherty here. Righty readies. Payoff. Ball forward just outside, and Belsky will reach first as Doherty clarifies with Kerry Lyle where it missed. Mish Piotnik to the plate with a man aboard, nobody out here in the ninth.
Well, the walks will come back to hurt. We'll see if Doherty can escape that or if the Y'alls can take advantage.
Not much of a lead at first base from Belsky. Not the biggest threat to steal. The pitch, Piotnik showed bunt, pulled back. It's ball one at 91. Fastball was out. Piotnik worked a walk, stole second, and came around to score on the clutch. RBI single from Mike Galino back in the seventh that tied the game at 5. The 1-0 shows bunt, pulls back, and this one is a strike. Back to the top next. Rodney Tinney waves the bat in the on-deck circle. Doherty deals. Piotnik will fall behind. Showed bunt again, pulled it back, and it's a strike on the outside edge. Bunt likely off now. Piotnik in a 1-2. The pitch from Doherty. Got him swinging. Threw the fastball by him at 92 and has the first out in the ninth.
Another swinging strikeout. That's been the theme tonight. In fact, by my count, I only see one strikeout looking, and that was Tenney's to begin the game. All the rest have come on swings and misses.
Guys have been aggressive. They haven't allowed the home plate umpire, Kerry Lyle, to wreak havoc. Throw the zone out the window. Protect with 2. Tenney shift is on. Rodney in the box. The pitch. Down and in for ball 1.
Something into the outfield, and this game is tied. Down the right field line, and the Y'alls could take the lead.
Tenney did burn the shift earlier tonight with the triple in the third. It was his first extra base hit of the season, the 1-0. Outside corner, strike 1, it's 1-1. Tidney's had a great year in the leadoff spot. Entered tonight hitting .357 with 35 hits. It was 35 singles before the triple tonight. Doherty has the 1 and the 1-1. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. E.P. Reese got a good read. He's racing back. He's camped, and he makes the catch. Little too much air underneath that one from Rodney, and he's out number 2.
Very strange F9 down into the book.
Oh yeah, you're right. I went ahead and put it down as F8. That was the right fielder in straightaway center making the play on the Tenney shift. But Harry D will get a shot. Man at first and 2 outs. First pitch, a strike. It's 0-1.
869 fans in attendance here on a Saturday.
A rockin' Saturday. Tradition continues here in Florence tonight.
Jetpack Academy afterwards.
Praise it. The 0-1. Hit well but foul. Out of play. Count is 0-2 on Harrison DeNicola. Worked a walk in the 7th, the 2-run homer in the 5th. Started his night 0 for 2. But he's 1 for 3 with the walk. And his 7th homer of the year. The 0-2 at the eyes. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Owens sets up in the pitch. Hit hard, played at second by Whiteman. He'll flip to the bag where Fitzgerald is, and that's your ball game. It's a 6-5 Freedom win that will clinch the regular season championship in the 2020 Battle of the Bourbon Trail. It's the Freedom who reigns supreme. Celebration is on. Out towards second base. What a ball game it was. 6-5 your final score. A nip and tuck affair, but the Freedom rise to the top. In 2020, in this Battle of the Bourbon Trail in a COVID year, belongs to them.
Aaron, it was a fun one, and we'll be back to wrap it up. Still 1 game tomorrow, but Florence Freedom earning that one for sure.
Post-game shows next on the Freedom Broadcasting Network.
At Gentle Touch Grooming, your pet is treated with care and will look beautiful. Give your dog or cat the spa day they need. Gentle Touch offers spa baths, deluxe spa baths, full haircuts, and nail trimmings. Book an appointment today at 859-283-1373. That's 859-283-1373. Gentle Touch will even offer 10% off just for mentioning this ad. They want to see those waggling tails soon at Gentle Touch Grooming.
Can't carry a bowling ball in a plastic bag. Can't rub plastic bags together to make fire. Can't turn them into swim trunks. And you can't put plastic bags in your Rumpke recycling container. Visit Rumpke.com for recycling do's and don'ts. Learn more at Rumpke.com.
Make your recycling count. Rumpke.
Chris Collinsworth here. Western and Southern can help you translate your financial needs. Start with a free, no-obligation insurance checkup. It doesn't take long, and it's a great way to find out how to protect your family's future. Talk to a financial translator today.
Call our Northern Kentucky office at 859-426-3300. That's 859-426-3300 for your free, no-obligation review.
Compensated endorser, Western and Southern Financial Group, Cincinnati, Ohio, R5-1307.
Toyota is making a difference right here in America, investing $23 billion, helping create over 470,000 jobs, building over 25 million vehicles here, including Toyota Camry, America's best-selling car, one of 11 different Toyotas built in the USA, with Toyota Care 2-year no-cost maintenance included. For all Toyota offers, go to buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey Freedom fans, let's play a game of Did You Know, courtesy of Life Center. Did you know organ and tissue donation is life-saving and life-changing for thousands of people? How about that more than 600 people in greater Cincinnati are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant? You can change someone's life with a simple yes when you go to renew your driver's license or state ID. Say yes and register to be a donor. Visit lifepassedon.org for more information or to register online. Life, pass it on.
Points, cash, gear, sports. With a Dick's Scorecard, you earn points on all your purchases and get 3% back in rewards and access to exclusive deals and events. It's simple. Points lead to cash to buy gear so you can play more sports. Get your Dick's Scorecard and start earning reward certificates today. Every season starts at Dick's.
back inside UC Health Stadium, where the celebration continues for the Florence Freedom by virtue of their 6-5 win tonight. It is Dennis Pelfrey's Freedom who take home the top spot in the 2020 Battle of the Bourbon Trail regular season standings. The winning mark for the Freedom this year will be 22-12. The Florence Y'alls fall to 21-14, and because of the winning percentage, even with the win tomorrow, without one additional loss, despite the same amount of wins, the championship belongs to the Freedom as far as the regular season is concerned. Winning pitcher tonight, Jared Cheek in relief, who pitched the 8th inning. He was the pitcher of record when Brian Danzero delivered the RBI single to plate the eventual game-winning run. Cesar Trejo came across home on the knock from Danzer that gave the Freedom the 6-5 lead they would not relinquish. The winning line for Jared Cheek tonight, 1 1/3 innings, 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Swallowing the bitter pill of the tough luck loss in relief was Reed Hayes, who will be blemished in maybe what was his last appearance of the Battle of the Bourbon Trail, at least as far as the regular season numbers are concerned. He was 3-0, but now Hayes 3-1. Joe Doherty cinches up the save, slams the door on his 6th save of the season. Tonight's game played in 2 hours and 59 minutes from 6:40 to 9:39. 869 lucky Freedom and Y'alls fans got to take it in firsthand. Game time temperatures 84 degrees, partly cloudy skies, and again, a 6-5 win for the Freedom to cinch up the top spot in the Battle of the Bourbon Trail standings. Aaron Brody here, Paul Fritchner there. What a game it was. It was nip and tuck. It was back and forth, and it came down to the big RBI single from Brian Danzero, who checked into the game in the 6th inning for Dudley Taw. But a well-contested effort on both sides tonight, but it was the Freedom who made that one additional play when they needed it the most.
It was, and both teams left runners on base, left 6 runners on base, and the Freedom, all 6 of those runners were in scoring position, and that's something that we've harped on a lot. But in the end, it didn't come back to bite them as they scored the 1 run when they needed to in that bottom of the 8th inning. Got a big clutch hit from a guy who had just come into the game a couple innings earlier, but a guy who has been producing for the Florence Freedom all season long. Get that clutch hit when you need it, get the 1 run, and how about Joe Doherty coming on out of the bullpen again? You were saying it on the air, Joe Doherty is somebody that Dennis Pelfrey really, really likes at the back end of that bullpen, and he did just what he was called on to do in the top of the 9th inning.
Tallied a strikeout, faced 1 over the minimum, pitched around the walk that did put the tying run on base, but Doherty rose to the occasion, got the 4-3 put out from Harry DeNicola to end the game and put this championship season on ice as far as the regular season is concerned for the Freedom. But what are your takeaways tonight for the Y'alls, who do have one more game to play tomorrow? Hey, we could see it. You look, Hahn, Wagner, Hughes, Cheek, Doherty, 5 guys coming to pitch tonight for the Freedom. They wanted to win the regular season championship, and they used a lot of guys to get it done tonight. So we're not really sure what they'll have on tap pitching-wise tomorrow behind their starter, but that was a risk that played out for Dennis Pelfrey because they did get the win. They are regular season champions, but the Y'alls have 1 more to play tomorrow, and they got to find a way to put the emotions aside and try to find a way to win their last game of the year and get some momentum.
Freedom really put all their chips into the middle of the table in this game, and it paid off. They bet big, and they won big. And if you look at it, Florence, the Y'alls now, got to clarify, the Florence Y'alls have a big chance to go out there tomorrow and take a game by maybe a decisive margin, depending on who the pitchers is, how they want to attack that one. The Florence Freedom may go out there and try and save some arms, get some guys some rest after a laborious effort on the mound tonight. Go out there tomorrow, hopefully get extended time out of their starters so they don't have to go into the bullpen, but a full week off until the championship series. That's something to look forward to, and if anybody was to have to go 2 days in a row tomorrow, again, you get those 5 days off.
Well, all season long, we called the standings that don't matter, but don't tell that to these guys. There's always got to be a champion. At the end of every regular season, you feel like if you win the pennant, you win your division, there should be a celebration on the field. The Freedom's still celebrating out there. There's champagne. They'll be popping the champagne tonight in the clubhouse. They share a clubhouse with the Y'alls, so that might get a little bit chippy, but man, what a fun year it's been, and the Freedom will be the team that will be remembered in a weird, wacky COVID year where a Battle of the Bourbon Trail was created as the team that took home the best regular season honors. And it's actually, I think, a little bit cool and rewarding to see these guys celebrating it so hard. These are a lot of big-time ball players, affiliated guys who have played in very big games, very competitive games, and have gotten paychecks to play the game of baseball. They came together for a tryout to be a part of this thing. They didn't know each other. They're from all different walks of life, but they're celebrating it like they've been on the same field for 162 games together, like they have played for a few seasons side by side, celebrating a big win tonight, and I'm happy to see that it does mean so much to them.
It seems like yesterday the tryout was happening here at UC Health Stadium, and all of a sudden a month and a half later, you see the guys celebrating on the field as the season comes to an end. Still one more regular season game tomorrow, but these guys earned it. They went out there, they won games night in, night out against a Lexington organization that had a lot of talent on those rosters, and the Florence offense just continued to put up big-time numbers from an offensive standpoint. The bullpen began to gel as the season went along. The pitchers were really, really good, folks. I mean, this was a pitching staff all season that continued to improve on already a blistering pace of numbers. I've run out of ways to describe this pitching staff, and they continue night in and night out to be as good as they were at the beginning of the season. And we often say rounding into form, but they were rounded into form a week into the season, and they never dropped off. There was no plateau. They just kept getting better as the season went along. They were already great, but that bar just kept getting raised, and that's a credit to the pitching coordinator, Chad Rose. That's a credit to this whole coaching staff, keeping everybody motivated, and that's a cause for celebration down here on the field.
Brian Dandreau will take home player of the game tonight. It was his RBI single that proved to be the difference in this game, the 6-5 win for the Freedom, but a couple other guys stood out offensively for the Freedom tonight. We talked about it on the broadcast. It was the bottom half of the batting order who really did all the work tonight, and there was a couple of guys in the mix there, Tyler Fitzgerald and Cesar Trejo, who both really put their best foot forward.
Yeah, Trejo with a 2-run home run in the second inning to get things started for the Florence Freedom, get them on the scoreboard. Then right in that middle of the order, Fitzgerald, E.P. Reese, and Cesar Trejo all scored in the bottom of the fourth inning. Trejo on a single, came around to score, and then Trejo scoring again, what eventually became the game-winning run after walking and stealing second and putting himself and his team in a position to win this game in the eighth inning.
Well, as we told you, it was a couple of relievers who got the win and the loss, but let's not forget about the starters tonight. Kevin Hahn for the Freedom went 4 2/3, scattered 4 hits, allowed 4 runs, all earned, 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. On the other side, it was the right-hander Nick Floyd, whose final line was 3 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs, 3 of those earned, with 1 walk and 1 strikeout. And even though those numbers wouldn't necessarily floor you if you were looking at them, to me it felt like both those guys proved how good they were tonight. The numbers aren't really indicative of the starts they had.
No, you're right. I agree with you on that one. And Nick Floyd has been great all season. He's been a guy that Florence has been able to count on all season. And tonight he gives up 5 runs, but only 3 of them earned, like you said. And it's just tough luck behind him. The defense not picking him up, and he does what he needs to do at times. And tonight, 5 runs, like I said, 3 of them earned. So those 2 runs that were unearned ending up coming back to be the difference.
Kevin Hahn also had the Vulcan split working, struck out 5 guys in this game. All 5 of those strikeouts were in his first 3 in the third innings. I thought he did a great job once the lead was taken by the Freedom with that 3-run fourth inning. They were up 5-2 at the time. You saw Hahn kind of reinvent himself on the mound. He wasn't trying to punch guys out. He wasn't trying to show the ego, as Chad Rhodes would talk about, and we'll probably talk about more tomorrow on the broadcast. He pitched to contact. He trusts his defense to make plays, and when you do pitch to contact, you do start to see some more ground balls, find holes, a few more runs across the plate. So even Hahn as well, the numbers not really indicative of how good he was tonight. He was the starter they needed him to be in this game.
And they limited the walks. If you look at the pitching staff for the Florence Freedom, they only walked 5 batters and only 3 walks for the Florence Y'alls. 5 walks maybe a little on the high end, but still I don't think that's a number that they couldn't really work around. It ended up being okay. And for the Florence Y'alls, 3 walks. It's okay. A walk number that has continued to decline as the season's gone on. 5 walks, a little steep, but still manageable, like I said, to start it. Still manageable numbers there for both pitchers and both pitching staffs. But Aaron, the Freedom coming out here and earning this, getting the win and the regular season championship.
It was a lot of fun. It was a really good game, thrilling all the way to the finish, gave you everything we could have possibly wanted and more. The one bummer is tomorrow's game now not necessarily as meaningful. In fact, it's a little bit more meaningless for the Florence Y'alls. They cannot get their share of the top spot in the standings with a win tomorrow, but we still do have one more game. That first pitch will be at 5:05. But before we sign this one off, here's what you have to look forward to next week. Friday, there will be an All-Star Game meets the World Series, Game 1 of the big pivotal championship series that will pit the very best of the two Freedom teams against the very best of the two Lexington teams. We will get to host the first game here at UC Health Stadium. That should be a 7:05 first pitch on a Fireworks Friday. We'll look forward to that one. My dad will be on the broadcast with me for that, but we have gotten the green light to do the broadcast of both road games Saturday and the if necessary game on Sunday in Lexington. So with that, I am hoping that we will get Paul back in the broadcast booth for one more game with me. But if not, man, just want to say publicly here on the air how much I appreciate you coming to the ballpark all these nights. You didn't get gas money. You didn't get a paycheck. You didn't do it for any other reason other than for your love of the game, the love of the Florence Y'alls and the Florence Freedom. And, man, I really appreciate the work you put into it. The play-by-play with Spot, you did a great job, and I just really appreciate everything you put into it this year.
Well, I appreciate that, Aaron. I can't say enough how much fun I had. And when I saw that Florence was going to be playing baseball and that notification came across the screen back in early part of July, I reached out and you and I connected, and we had I don't know which one of us texted each other first, but there was a connection there that we said, hey, let's make this happen. Let's get back on the air. And I wanted to come back down here to Florence and be a part of this, and I won't be here tomorrow. I won't be here next weekend unless they play Sunday. Hopefully on Sunday of next weekend, if there is a Game 3, if necessary, down in Lexington, I'll be down there with you. But if not, Aaron, again, as I said last year when we signed off for the last time, I really appreciate you taking me under your wing and helping me out. And for the Florence fans listening, I appreciate every one of you that is listening night in and night out. Aaron and I have had so many laughs, both maybe on the air that you had picked up on and in between innings. It's been a ton of fun. We hope you all have enjoyed the broadcast on the air. Aaron will still be with you. I will not, though, so thank you all so much for listening. And, Aaron, thanks for having me.
Dude, you made it fun, man. Thank you so much. We will see you back at the ballpark tomorrow. Chad Rhodes will be in Paul's seat. He'll be with me all 9 innings as the color commentator as the Showdown Series hands us its final chapter. Tomorrow, a first pitch at 5:05. Our broadcast will start at 4:50. Until then, have a great rest of your Saturday night, and we'll see you back at the yard right here at UC Health Stadium on Sunday.